Welcome to the finals of the Beer League Season 4. My name is My Back to Store, Trevor, and we are about to begin one of those. Tonight, we have number one ranked all season, only lost 4 times in the whole entire regular season, and let me tell you, it was a long one. FF, number one. Number 3, ranked IQ. Here we go. And here's my co-caster, Mr. Elias.
Hey, what up?
Perfect timing. We just got into the draft. We're going in draft?
You don't have it on the stream?
Yeah, no, I'm switching it over right now.
All right, perfect.
And we're switched. Okay, so here we go. Select someone. Okay. We got IQ on the left and FF on the right. So FF being number 1 seed, they got to pick the seed or their side, and it looks like they have went for the red side, which seems like a nice side. I mean, I prefer it as well in competitive
I prefer red side as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives you more time to decide on what you're doing and just more room to to play with. I feel.
Yeah, I'd rather get the 2 power picks over the 1.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah, no, I absolutely agree. And there's a lot of OP things in the meta. So
yeah, then you also get counter pick for last pick.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there's a lot of perks. Yeah, so kind of going through the draft here, the bans on IQ going for a Nivea. That's right in the mid lane, Vermilion, aka the leader of the league, guy who created it. His name's Ben. And then we got a Darius ban going against Zesty, and then a Wukong ban going against Luke in the jungle. Wukong, really good champion. Pretty sure Luke played it quite a bit last series, if I remember right. And then on the right side, Viego, a Bone Brood band, played all 3 games in the semifinals. And then Kog'Maw and Zillion, both towards the IQ bot lane. And both those champions just really good. Zillion a flex for them. And then the IQ picks up the Twitch first pick. What do you think about that, Dakota?
I like it. I think Twitch is really strong right now.
Yeah, I think it's a fine first pick.
And there is no Yuumi ban. I don't know if Yuumi is a super noob.
I don't think it is.
That's Seraphine. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but it's also steal away from FF. I know Reese likes to play it, so yeah, I think it's a fine first pick. And then on the right side, FF picks up Jhin and then Mordekaiser. What do you think about the blind pick Mordekaiser? Think it's fine?
I think Mordekaiser is strong enough, especially the way Zesty plays it, that he can blind it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Chup plays anything that I was going to say. It's probably going to be Ornn.
Right.
I don't think Chup plays anything that could really abuse the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, so, I mean, good by FF for acknowledging that. Yeah. So IQ picks up to Seraphine support, probably, but it could go mid. And then because I know Rihi plays it as well, and then Ornn, Chup, their top laners, kind of main state up there. Also really good. I mean, they have a really good scaling comp so far. And on the right, they're gonna pick up Nautilus for
I like the
dogs.
I like the hard engage. They were kind of lacking that.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's I'm not sure who wins this lane. Twitch Seraphine probably against Jhin Nautilus, but it seems like a pretty nice lane for FF if they're trying to go aggressive.
I think FF had the stronger lane phase, but they don't scale as hard.
Yeah, I would agree. That's what I would assume. You want to stream your camera if you'd like, and I can put it on the stream.
Sure.
That's up to you, though. I mean, you don't have to.
I'd have to set it up. Here, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no, don't stress about it.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. And then on the left side, IQ is going to take away the Volibear, which is, yet again, probably... I wouldn't say most players... I mean, I haven't seen Mercenary Wolf play it too much, but it's definitely something he plays, so I guess they're just trying to cut out Luke's pool. Also, Volibear has a really high win right now, just a really good champion. And on the right side, they're going to pick up the Talia and Victor ban. Now they're starting to go for IQ's leader, mid laner, kind of superstar Rihi. Didn't really go after him the first phase, which I'll talk about later. But I think it's like, I mean, they kind of went out after him with the Zillion, but not too much. And they pick up the Zac too. So a lot of bans being thrown out against Mercenary Wolf on the side of IQ, which a lot of teams haven't been doing. They've been going for either there's teams that go are in favor of let's ban all of Ben's champions. There's teams that are like let's ban all of Reese and Kay's champions. But so here's a new look. I feel, but FF's gonna go ahead and pick up the Trundle, which will be on Luke, and then the jungle. Also one of those higher win rate junglers right now. And then on the left side, they're going to pick up Graves. So Bone Brood, kind of the history, we'll get into the history later of the series, but Bone Brood used to be top laner for IQ and moved into the jungle, and Graves is one of his kind of signature champions, I would say. Yeah, I think it's a good pick, and yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's the flex. So Sona's going to go support, and Seraphine's going to go mid, unless they're really flexing, putting Sona mid. Or Twitch mid? I mean, my guess is going to be Sona bot. Sona Twitch bot. But you can get really weird with some of this stuff now with double enchanters bot. It could be Twitch mid. I don't know. I don't know why they would want that. Or maybe they'll decide after this pick, they'll pick whatever's best into it. But theoretically, really, I mean, Sona's definitely bot, right? But the question is Seraphine or Twitch bot? As I said, most likely Twitch bot, but we've seen some crazy stuff here in the Bear League. It's definitely not out of too crazy. We've seen, especially recently, we've seen some interesting things. Like I think we saw Graves ADC.
I got
Just
my video
a lot of interesting things. Okay, we're gonna pop on Elias here. How do I even see that again?
Sorry, I missed most of that draft.
Oh no, you're good. You didn't. We just rounded out with Graves and Sona, and then Oriana and Trundle. So I think it's probably going to be Seraphine mid, but it could be like that weird comp, that two enchanter comp that we've been seeing a lot. It could be Seraphine Sona bot and then Twitch mid, but I'm gonna assume it's Twitch.
Yeah, I would assume that. No, I would assume it's Twitch Sona bot Seraphine.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I do like the Grace pick for Bone Brood though.
Yeah, it's good. Definitely good into Orin.
Yeah.
But also just a pretty good, solid jungle pick right now.
Yeah, no, I like how IQ finished off their draft.
100% agree.
Yeah. I also do like how FF finished off their draft too. Trundle is a really strong pick, especially going into essentially 3 lanes that don't really have that good of escape.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I really like the Trundle pick as well, and then Oriana to balance out the team fight.
Yeah, I like it as well. They have a pretty good team comp. But who do you think would win based off of just drafts? Well, I guess drafts and players, but their skill in it.
I think my video froze on the stream.
Oh, let me fix it.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to FF on this one.
Okay. Why do you think that?
I think IQ's team comp, especially going into like mid to late game team fights, is very conditional.
Sure.
It's a lot harder to execute than FF's is. FF's is just kind of like in your face.
Yeah,
sort of thing, like engage in your face. But on the other hand, IQ has a lot of disengage between the Sona, the Seraphine, and the Ornn. So I don't know. I think in terms of simplicity, in terms of the team composition, I think FF is a lot easier to execute.
Yeah, I think you're on it. I mean, I kind of agree. I really like IQ's comp until the Graves. Really, I mean, I like the Sona, Ornn, Seraphine, Twitch. I would have liked to seen something else though instead of the Graves. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I would probably put my money on FF, but I wouldn't be surprised if IQ can pull it off. But if it was something other than the Graves, I would have definitely said IQ. But yeah, I just think FF, as you said, is just like super in their face, and IQ is really squishy. So if they get into the IQ's face, it ain't gonna be a quick fight. That's for sure. All right, it is going to be a quick fight. Sorry.
And FF honestly just has quite a few ways to to interrupt like the Ornn ultimate.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They have quite a bit of lockdown for the Graves.
Yeah.
They have hard engage for the Twitch when he pops out stealth. Like they just have a lot of ways to kind of like counteract what IQ is trying to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, I think FF will win this one.
Yeah, I would agree with that prediction. But both these teams are good enough to where I would not be surprised if draft doesn't really even matter. But we'll see what happens. Now we're gonna go into the second portion. Now that we're done with draft, we're gonna go into the keys to victory.
You might want to move our videos down.
That's a good point. Let me switch over to the PowerPoint slide. For some reason, all my screens are switched. There we go. All right, so keys to victory presented by Budweiser, our second season, full season of having Budweiser as a sponsor. Incredible. I mean, thanks to the company for trusting in Beer League, and yeah, it just means a lot to us. So there we go. So the history of this series, IQ is the only team, all season to 2-0 FF. And FF only had 4 losses, kind of going into that second point. Probably had the greatest season ever of any beer league team. I mean, the only other team, I didn't play season 1, so I'm not sure what happened there. But the only other team is like AAR. They had a very good run, but they weren't that good. I mean, like 4 losses. That's crazy. That
is actually nuts, especially seeing how long this season has been.
It was like 20 weeks or 18 weeks or whatever.
How many games we played? Only 4 losses. That's actually
it's crazy. But one caveat of the history here is FF has never actually played against this IQ roster. Something I was talking about earlier is that IQ actually changed a lot of their positions. They let go of their jungle player to free agent, and then they picked up a top laner, moved their really like all-star top laner to jungle. So a lot of things have changed. So it'll be interesting to see if that fares well for IQ or if it doesn't. It took them a couple of weeks to get into the groove of this new roster, but I mean they made it to the finals, so they've beaten their first round opponent, their second round opponent, and now here we go in the finals.
Well, I can honestly say I think they look stronger with Chup Chup.
Really? Okay. So there you go. There's a hot take. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would say that's fair enough. Yeah.
I think taking that all-star top laner and putting him in the jungle where you can affect the entirety of the map.
That's a good point. Like, yeah. You do have a stronger influence. Yeah, that's a really good point. But going into the actual teams themselves, we got IQ, aka IQ Dead Zone. Got a big Discord over there. A lot of fans probably in the chat right now from the Discord. So number 1, give Rihi counter pick unless you can get Swain. So I really liked Swain. But this is also kind of their strat here on IQ is to flex the supports. Andrew, Super Noob, and Richie Rihi, their mid laner, they'd like to swap back and forth on who they're playing. The Zillion's a popular one that usually gets banned, which it was this game. But then we saw another one that they can do is Seraphine. And looking at the champ select, Rihi did lock in the Seraphine. So it's going to be Seraphine mid. And I think that's fine. But yeah, I think if you can give Richie the counter pick throughout the series, it's going to help your team a lot. Clearly, they're on blue side, so they didn't get that counter pick, but because Vermilion did pick last. But yeah, so I think that's a good starting point. And then number 2, give Bone Guru to Viego. It got banned for good reasons because it was 3-0 in the semifinals, and then something that he can be aggressive on. Which Graves is one of his,
I would say Graves is one that fits that bill pretty well.
It's similar to Viego, that AD kind of. I don't know. It's like we'll see how he builds Graves, but yeah. So it should be interesting. Definitely one of his mains, I would say, in the jungle. And then number 3, you have to be focused on shot calling and play very good macro. Which this seems kind of basic, but against FF, it is very hard. I mean, you gotta be. If you just kind of let go and the comms stop, people stop talking. Then everyone's not going to be on the same page, and it can start going downhill really quick. The FF squad is very good at macro, which they do have very good individual players on the team, but I think that's kind of what's made them lose their only 4 games is their macro play.
one thing I wanted to point out about FF was just how they like the draft, and they like the draft around that macro play. They like to draft teams that can disengage the 44,
right?
Or disengage the 4v5, so that Zesty has the push, and I think they did a really good job of drafting that here as well. So they're, like you said, their macro play is just ridiculously good.
Yeah, they're insane.
I'd like to say that they won at least a third of their games based off Zesty's split push.
Oh my gosh, it is ridiculous.
And their macro. So.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised. We're gonna pause this really quick, and then go into the next one. Okay. And then finally FF. I don't even know how to say their name. It's either 5 Phoenix or P9. Okay.
5 Phoenix.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure because their thing looks like a phoenix, like bird. Their logo, but so number one, don't ban Rihi unless it's a deal breaker for your team comp. Too big of a pool. I think this is something that a lot of people get into trouble with IQ is, let's ban out their star mid laner, but then it's like this guy literally can play any champion.
It doesn't. It's like trying to ban out really bad Zed.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
He'll find something that he's comfortable on. No matter
he's
what.
gonna put it. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. So but they stick pretty good with that. They didn't ban really anything of his first round. They banned the Zillion, so kind of a double there. But yeah, so I think that they put, second round they did ban it, but I mean there wasn't really much up anyways. So yeah, I think that was a fine choice. And then number two, just exactly what you just said. I just said split push. No one can stop it, so why stop?
Exactly.
I mean, it's literally, as Dakota said, won them like half of their games this season. It's ridiculous how effective Zesty's split push has been this season. So, don't get to the finals and just stop it because it's a little bit more of a risky play style. But yeah, I don't think they should stop it. I think that method, as you said, works really, really good. And then finally, put your resources into Reese, dragons, ganks, whatever you can give them. Super good player, super hard carry. Was at the top of the charts for damage, kills. I mean, any offensive stat, he's up there. So yeah, it'd be nice to see them put a lot of resources into Reese, which they're usually pretty good at. Anything else you have?
No, I think you covered it.
All right, so then I think it's time to start and get into the game.
I was gonna say, let's start these games.
Yes, sir.
Best of 5. This could go until like 1:32 in the morning. So.
Oh yeah, it could go late. We're gonna skip the first, a little bit. We'll do the intros next game, before next game, because we did not have time this game.
Oh yeah, I forget that you like to do that.
Oh yeah, we gotta give these players some love. They've made it all the way through.
Like a deep voice.
Oh yeah, deep voice.
Coming in.
Exactly.
FF's top lane, star top laner, Zesty Kesa.
Yeah, dude's a beast. Okay, Oriana mid, Trundle, boom.
Nice little banter going on in chat. I always like to see it.
Yeah, I think these teams are very friendly.
Yeah. If you get Rihi in a game, he's going to banter.
Oh, absolutely. Whole IQ Discord's kind of same attitude right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, both junglers starting on their main camps, they're red. And they're both going to be pathing away from each other. Actually, Trundle looks like he might be going for a 3-camp clear, so we'll see what happens here.
It doesn't look like it because he's just going.
Well,
I thought you were saying 3 buff. I thought you were saying 3 buff. Oh, okay.
Oh wow,
yeah. Well, that's why. I'm always surprised when. That's why I'm always surprised when Trundles start red, because their main experience comes from like the smaller camps, the Gromp, the Wolves. Simply because they just don't have that AoE clear. Yeah. And the Zesty Queso is going ham, and that's
oh my god!
And he gets the first blood. Huge play coming out of Zesty Queso.
2 minutes into the game, and we already have our first blood of the finals.
Yeah, wow. That was Chup Chup not respecting the level 2.
Yeah, he's gonna. I'm sure throughout the series he's gonna learn how dominant Zesty is. But there's a little slap in the face at the beginning already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Trundle was doing. Okay, here we go. Here's an early gank. A couple of CCs.
It looks like he's just going to try to just blow the super new flash, and he does get it off. Ree's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, nice job on Jubilee putting out a ton of damage on that gank, making it pretty even. They just need to land one more of those CCs for the side of FF, and I think the Sona would have went down.
It was a good look, but Mercenary Wolf's taking a lot of time.
Yeah, I was about to say,
He's
this took a lot of time.
mhm.
Graves
Though
is 4 camps up? Or, no,
yeah,
only 2, I guess.
but in the way of running up the lane instead of into the river, he did soak up some lane XP, so I don't think he'll be
Good point.
too far behind on XP.
Yeah, he should be fine. He's just going to be walking a lot. And if Graves realizes that Trundle only has, that much CS, is exactly what you should be doing. Bone
Mhm.
Brood reading the map very well. I hope. Oh no, don't go back over the wall. Okay, well, I thought he was going to go counter Trundle, but I guess not.
It looks like he's just gonna go for a gank in the top lane here. I
I
don't know if
don't.
they have the damage
Yeah, I
for this
just
though.
don't think they do. Nice dodge, though.
Chop taking a long time to throw his Q out, but
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think if you're Graves, you just keep power farming, and I mean, you know that Trundle has 16 farm. You count up the farm. I mean, what, he got 3 camps. It had to have been blue-red Gromp for level 3. Then he got, so last time I saw him on the map, he had 12 CS. So you could have taken both of those top camps.
and it looks like the bot lane of FF moving into a gank in the mid lane here.
Yeah,
They
this
do
is
have
interesting.
quite a lot of CC between them.
They do.
Ricky does sniff it out. Yeah. He's backing up, but he has to avoid the Nautilus.
Oh my gosh.
He opts into going upwards.
Wow, that was ballsy.
Risky.
Yeah,
that was so risky.
I mean, clearly the Nautilus could have hooked, but I mean, hey, it works out though.
Yeah. Doesn't Reheat not having to blow flash either, so
yeah.
I think Nautilus should just went for the hook and see if it landed. The worst that happens is you miss it.
Sure.
No,
I agree.
Best kind of scenario, you blow a flash.
Yeah.
And Zesty Queso going ham again.
Yeah, so
and this is just kind of Mordekaiser lane is the thing. Like you can trade with him, but he'll just heal it all up.
He's actually doing really well in farm though. He's only 2 behind after dying. And Mordekaiser kind of zoning off.
And the wave is pushing towards him, so he won't be that far behind.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. It's a good job, Chup. But I like the play by FF. Instead of taking their, they had a timer to back, but instead they knew they were up on the lane, so they, do the gank, and now they're just back in lane. But I mean, they still even, if not ahead of.
Ooh, Cade looking for the engage here. He does get down. Jubilee gets hit by Nautilus hook.
Nice damage. I think they could have changed the CC just a little bit better, and maybe could have killed them. They kind of put out everything at the same time.
Yeah, Reese kind of used his W a little too early, in my opinion, but
still good luck though. They got a lot of damage.
And Reese did start boots and pots. So even after that initial really bad trade, he was able to just heal up with a couple pots and stay in lane.
Yeah, and IQ's bot lane has no more pots, so they're gonna. Oh, they do have a Sona. That's right. So
they do have a Sona.
Just literally seals you up to full HP. Nice. Get the cannon. Big. In the jungle, the CS gap from earlier, just Trundle having to walk around to go get his camps after he walked past them in the first place. Starting to catch up on him. Down to 11.
And he is actually a full level down, but...
Yeah.
Oh, Bungar doesn't know that the red buff's up.
That is sad.
I think he had time to steal this. He is looking for a gank in the mid lane, though. He will jump in on the Vermilion. Nicely
might be in
done.
Trouble.
Big chain CC coming out, but Bungar is not even level 6 yet, so I don't know if this will result in a kill. It does! Nicely done.
Very nicely done. Yeah,
and really good chain CC coming out Rihi there.
Yeah, it looked there for a second that they might not have the damage, but they did. Trundle going. Okay, I actually like this. So he's changing his pathing now. He's got 3 camps up on this side, so that makes sense because then once he goes back to his red, he'll get the other 3 camps. So he'll probably catch up because of that good decision right there. I mean, there's so many mechanics of the jungle. So good on him for doing that. It's a smart play. However, this does leave IQ with a lot of pressure on Dragon.
I'm wondering what Graves will opt into in the build path here, because you have quite a bit of options, but he does buy a serrated Dirk right off the bat, so it makes me think he's going to go into the Eclipse. Sona does get caught out here, but oh my god, Twitch is on the side. Jubilee. Oh, but Mercenary Wolf is here as well. Super Noob's flash is up.
Yeah.
Oh, the hook misses. That feels really bad. The heal comes out though. I don't think that was needed, but
So
better
yeah,
safe than sorry.
yeah.
I feel like Jubilee could have probably put out a little bit more damage on the Reese there. All of Nautilus's cooldowns were gone, so he really didn't have any threat of being CC chained.
Yeah, and honestly, I think if I'm IQ, I honestly won a 4v5 early on. I think they just destroy people in this a skirmish early game. I mean, you got so much healing from Sona, Seraphine, a bunch of damage already from Twitch.
And Jubilee is level 6 now. They have the level advantage on the bot lane here.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking the pressure and putting it on Dragon, so they'll get a free Dragon.
And they are roaming up here, and Boongro just used his dash.
Yes,
he might have to flash. He might have to flash out here.
Oh, he's got it. No. Okay. Yeah, that's a really nice Dragon. Hextech Dragon, very nice. A bit of a slower.
Oh, Jubilee missed the cannon.
You hate to see it, but yeah, I mean, so since this thing was taken at 9 minutes, if they don't get the second one, it might take way too long to stack the dragons. So that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, if you take it at that 5-minute mark, I think it's not 5 minutes or 6. I think 5.
Dragon's 6, isn't it?
I have literally no idea, honestly. You definitely could be right, but either way.
Well, there's a dragon timer on the side there.
Oh yeah, it spawns every 5 minutes, but yeah.
Big ultimate coming out of Supermoon here, and good damage going down on the Cade.
Yeah, that was nice. Just a little bit too tanky for them right now, but we'll get through it. Uh-oh. Ult coming in.
That doesn't matter. Jubilee's full health. He's not going to take
damage.
Nah. It literally does no damage if they're not, hurt.
Oh my gosh. Actually, 0 damage.
But he does use it to get a little bit of damage on the wave. You're going to shove this in and try to get it back.
Yeah, it'll work. That's massive wave shoving the whole thing. Yeah.
And honestly, that's just a Reese special, ulting for poke. You know,
Oh, I mean that's smart use. I feel. I mean, you ain't gonna use it for something else.
Looking for a fight here, but Orianna is here.
Hardcore.
Oh my god, he does so much damage.
Uh-oh. The long animation on Seraphine's ult. Bates reheat.
I think he should have angled that a little bit better to cut off his escape.
Yeah,
to keep him into the fight, because Graves was gonna win that fight.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Early skirmishes, if they get into any brawls, I mean, IQ's gonna destroy them.
That's the thing about playing Graves into a champion I don't think Chup Chup dies here.
It's gonna be close.
Interesting. He flashes out. I think a Q will come out here though and take him down. That doesn't even need it.
Gets
another solo bolo.
Man, that's rough. That's, it's fun to see the 5-game series though, because I doubt after this game, Dusty's are gonna be getting all these solo kills.
Yeah.
Or at least as much.
And like you said, Chup Chup hasn't played against these guys yet.
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely.
Maybe he's limit testing right now, seeing what you can get away with. Right. This won't happen next year.
It really is.
All right, let's take a look at items real quick. It looks like Ornn is moving into the Force of Nature right off the bat, which I think is a real good idea. Jubilee going in on a Reese race here. Reese race is alone. He will be going down.
And this will be Twitch, I think.
Give it to Twitch. Twitch needs to, And everyone got an assist. Very nice.
Nautilus actually might be. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, level 9 Seraphine does have quite a bit of damage, but not enough to take down someone like Nautilus.
Yeah, if he had a little bit more mana, I think he might have been able to, but he was kind of low there for a second.
Actually, I don't think the Spectre's Cowl go into Force of Nature.
I don't think it does.
Spirit Visage. Yeah, it goes into Spirit Visage.
It definitely goes into Spirit Visage. It goes into one other thing, I think, but I can't.
Abyssal Mask.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Big ult coming out of Orianna here, but Bungaroo is
here as well. Nice chain CC.
Ult. And Jubilee is here as well. And oh my god, this will be the jungle and mid lane of FF going down. Huge.
Yep.
And that's the Seraphine Sona combo right there.
That's
absolutely huge for the side of IQ.
Yeah, I mean, Chancers recently have just been absolutely
Zesty is gonna chase him down here. His ultimate is almost up. Yeah.
Chup canceling the pool.
Yeah. And that's one thing that's really nice about Ornn W. If he times that right, you can actually cancel Mordekaiser ult
right?
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I killed Fuki Dogs going into a trade here, but Jubilee trading back just a little bit. And Jubilee is 1-0 and 2 now. He's down about 20 CS, but the kill and the
yeah,
assists
it's a
keep him up
big
there.
wave though. He should only be
Yeah.
down like 10 by or ish. He gets all these. Oh,
Chup disconnected.
So pretty good. I mean, at this stage, oh, you can't move around at spectator, even though it's paused. That's some
No.
garbage. Yeah, I mean, you'd rather some of these kills on Twitch, like the Graves got a double kill mid lane. I mean, it's great that they got the kills, but it would have been really great if they would have gotten the kills onto the Twitch. But right now, it's looking pretty good. Other than the top lane, it's definitely IQ favored right now. Got the dragon even in gold, but that's comes from some of the CS leads, like the big one in top lane, 50 almost.
Yep. Almost like 2 kills, almost 50 CS.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser's up about what would that be, like 2.5 thousand roughly?
Probably, maybe even more than that, honestly. I don't even know. 2 kills, I mean, that's a lot of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many plates he's gotten up there. I can't see right now, but I'm sure he's gotten a few.
I think he's gotten 2.
Okay, that would make sense, yeah.
So it's 320, then 600 for the kills. Yeah, I would say about 2 grand.
I didn't see who got the Rift Herald, did you?
Well, let's look at their...
It doesn't look like it's on any other things either.
Oh, they used it mid. They used it mid, remember?
Oh, yeah, they did.
And then, they used it mid.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, while he resets his router, I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. So, yeah, for IQ, they really gotta, I think, pressure this next dragon. It's an Infernal, 25 seconds. But, I mean, if you look at the map right now, it is not looking like they're going to be there. IQ's bot lane just got pushed in really hard. It is resetting right now, but they don't have any mana on Twitch, and they don't have Sona or Seraphine ult because they just used it mid, and then Graves is pathing top. So it looks like they're going to be giving the dragon. But it's an interesting call because the first dragon was taken so late. So, I mean, what if we take this in 30 seconds? That's 14 minutes. Second dragon, and it goes 1-1. So that means one of the teams would need 3 more dragons for soul. 3 times 15, or no, 3 times 5, 15. So it's gonna at least be 30 minutes until one of the. Oh wait, no, was that right? No, it'll at least be 35 minutes into the game, 34 minutes into the game, until someone can get soul if FF does get this dragon here. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but they gotta be cautious because I mean the whole thing about what IQ was trying to do, not as prevalent as this game as others. Mordekaiser is definitely a good split pusher, but not as great as some of the other picks that Dusty has. But they're talking to them. Their strat was kind of we know this team likes to split push. We know they're just a good team in general, but especially the split pushing. We're gonna try to end the game early. Easiest way to do that nowadays, drag stack or a 20-minute Baron. That's also a good way to go about it. But yeah, we'll see what happens because now it's very delayed. Also in the chat, if it looks like we got quite a few viewers out here. We got 12 currently. Put in your predictions for this whole entire series, not just this game. Who do you guys think is going to be taking home the Season 4 champion? Kind of going through the champions actually really quick while we have a good amount of time, it seems. Season 1, I can't remember who. Right, I didn't play, so I'm not sure who won. I think it was like JWM's team, but I'm not sure what that team was called. Season 2, it was AR. Season 3, it was IOL. And then Season 4, we're, present day. Oh, we get that very nice spectator pause. See if we can, sometimes you just gotta, yeah, there you go. Alright, so we're back into it. We got a 1-to-1 here in the chat. We got an IQ 3-2. And then we got a Let's Go FF, so some fans for both sides. And it does seem, as we predicted during the pause, that the dragon will, in fact. Sona base checks. Nice quick flash by Super Noob. Oh my gosh, they're still going to go in. And actually, Twitch might have overstepped. No, he hasn't. All the sums blown, though. This could be a big ult if it hits. And there we go. Okay, they stopped walking there for a second. I thought they might overlap or something. Both of them were moving a little bit. That's kind of a tough situation. Sona, you want to get pressure in the try, and then, I mean, Trundle's just soloing the dragon while both of them cheese the bush. So it really sucks, but good flash nevertheless to get out. Reese, maybe looking for a pick? Oh, he's looking for the fourth shot, like just assassination. No item, actually, no, a Mythic coming out in the mid lane, Ludens, and Riftmaker actually, in the top lane. Umbril, not a Mythic, pretty cheap. Oh man, this is so annoying as a jungler. Mordekaiser walks into the lane after he has it, in the middle of a wave, or in the middle of the lane, and Ghost takes the blue buff for free. That's always annoying. If I'm Graves, I'm marching right up there trying to take him down. And looks like Graves is going to come in here for a yank, but if he gets pulled into a tower, he could be in trouble, and it's not going to happen.
I am back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Kind of predicted during the pause that they would give the dragon to FF, which I was saying probably isn't the smartest idea, but they did. So yeah, and then looks like Zesty's going to take down this top tower. Let's look at the gold leads here really quick. So you got a 3,000 gold lead on Zesty. Then you got a what is that? 1.5, 4? Yeah, 1.4 on Graves. And then about a 500 in the mid lane for Rihi, about a 300 for Jubilee, and then 200 for
Nautilus.
Yeah, 8 in the bot lane. Yep. All around pretty even. I mean, FF has a slight lead. You guys a top lane for sure. Other than that, yeah, pretty even all around the map.
Yeah, 7.3 thousand gold at 16 minutes is huge.
Oh yeah, he's got quite a bit. He's going for a Nashor's Tooth next. It looks like. Pretty nice item on most AV characters. It looks like Jin picked up the Gale Force and Twitch picked up the Kraken. And there you go. Seraphine picked up the a lot of mythics coming in. The Cliffs picked up for Graves, and then Leandri's picked up for Seraphine.
And I think Chop might be going down here.
Oh no, he missed
does get
it.
ulted
He's
in.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. Mordekaiser's so much damage. Zesty, a third solo kill. I mean, this is... If you think about FF, you think about Reese, and then you think about Zesty. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other players are definitely impactful, but those two players in particular just seem to run over games. And Zesty showing why he is probably the best top player in all of the Bear League.
Yeah, definitely underranked.
Yeah.
And they should have seen that. They might not have, but I think
I think he might have stuck in the bush. Maybe, I don't know. They're playing very far back, but it might be because they think it's
you have to be in a very specific spot in order to hex flash into the bush without being seen.
Right. Oh, nice Orianna ult, and yeah, he's just dead. He can't flash there. Oh, a 2v2 breaking out bot lane. A lot of Twitch damage coming down.
Twitch doing a lot of damage here.
He's gonna take
he will get it down. I think Sona might be able to clean up the Nautilus here.
Oh, maybe not. Pretty close.
Orianna is coming down to meet.
That'll be it. He's out. We're good.
So trading kills, I think IQ came on top of that though, because Twitch did get the kill.
Yeah, did get the kill. Yeah.
Nautilus got the kill for FF.
Yeah, pretty close.
So Chop just having a hard time in the top lane here. Like you said before, though, I don't think that would be much of an issue going into the later the series here.
Right.
I think it's just Chop not really knowing what to do. and not really respecting how strong Mordekaiser is at this point in the game.
Mordekaiser is just one of those champions. I don't know how he's not always in the meta, but he just always seems strong to me. Every single time I play against him, he's just crazy.
Mm.
He's 3 levels behind top lane. This is going to be really hard for IQ. But we'll see. They're just going to have to win these 4v4 skirmishes, which they still definitely do win with the Sona Seraphine. I mean, they just have so many AoE ults. I would collapse on this right here.
And the Jhin ult does come out. The hook onto the Seraphine, nicely
done.
Nice
but
combo. This is a huge combo.
And there it is.
For the side of IQ, and Vermilion has to flash out as well.
Exactly what we were talking about. Oh no, and Orianna overstays.
And Orianna will be dead as well.
Yeah, she just flashed. I don't really understand what they're going for there. Like,
yeah, the Trundle was dead. You just can't give that up. But Mordekaiser picked up another kill.
And this is another turret too. Actually, Seraphine's backing right now. It's definitely another charge.
This is exactly the team comp that FF likes to draft into. Like, really strong top lane, a strong side top lane that can easily dominate the lane without any sort of resources given to them.
And Rihi said they were going to stop it, so we'll see what their plan later in this game is going to be to stop it. They're doing a tower dive here, and definitely dead. Bone Grid? Bone Grid? Oh my gosh, Bone Grid taking a risky path.
Yeah. The heal does have to come out. I understand not wanting to go into that tri-bush though.
That's understandable.
Rihi
might be
is in trouble here. Nope. He is able to get out in nice Seraphine fashion.
Yeah, so I mean it's hard. 2 ways to beat a split pusher. I mean there's a couple actually. One, before an objective you all 5 go up there, kill him. So he's not even split pushing for an objective. Number 2, you just pull so much pressure that if he doesn't come, then they will lose the game, right? So,
well, I think
that's a good start right there. Killing 2, or actually 3, actually 4. They killed all of them and getting a dragon.
Yeah, I think IQ just switch here. I think they send, like if Zesty's just gonna keep pathing down the top lane, I think you send Twitch and Sona after him.
Yeah, at this point I would love to see Zesty go bot, hopefully, because there's no way he's just gonna walk up to their base and get an in-head, unless they're just like actually trolling.
Yeah. And Reaser is having a rough game here. 0-3-1 is up in CS.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you do. You know, my last point on the keys of victory was give resources to Reese, but I mean, they're setting themselves up for failure on the bot side. But I mean, that's just how split pushing works, you know. But that was actually a 4v4. Usually, it's like it's a 5v4, and that's why you always lose a split push fight. Oh my gosh, that damage is crazy. That's a large Twitch. 5-1 and 3. Jubilee playing up as a mind. Yeah, I'm not really.
He might be down in CS, but he does almost have that Bork with Kraken Slayer, and even the mighty Mordekaiser will fall to that.
Yeah, I'm surprised just game-wise here. They're going for Zesty, but the thing about Zesty is he's playing Mordekaiser, so he's going to ult someone and just instantly kill him. It looks like it's going to be Chup Chup. Actually, he might not even ult him. He might just kill him and then ult someone else.
Ooh, get big damage coming out, and it will be a big shutdown going over to Grace, but FF making their own play in the bot lane here. Yeah, nicely done.
A big overstep by IQ bot lane. They cannot die when they're going to get the pick on Mordekaiser. He's not just evened up the map again. But for IQ, if I'm in their position, I'm not sure why we have our bot lane still. They talked about they wanted to end it early against the split pushing. I mean, if you're me, or if I'm them, and let's say they have Seraphine bot, or like whoever they want. I mean, Seraphine has teleport, but they get that play right there because Mordekaiser's in the wrong position. Should be bot lane. They kill Mordekaiser there. They can just force a Baron. Not even necessarily go to Baron. Like clearly, all of IQ or FF wouldn't have been bot lane here. But if they would have killed the Mordekaiser and then forced the Baron, you either get the Baron, or they have to fight into you without their most fed player. So I really hope IQ sends their bot lane mid lane and start to pressure Baron. It's probably the only way that they're gonna be able to win this game, because we've seen it over and over and over and over that Zesty will just split push you to your death. But that's just kind of a small thing I want to see. And it looks like they are rotating their bot lane mid lane, which is exactly what you should be doing here.
Especially since there's an open inhib on the
Oh,
top
yeah.
side of the map,
Right.
you have to play around that objective.
Yeah, and especially there, I mean, like Dragon wasn't up for another 3 minutes, so I'm not really sure why they send their bot lane bot. But just simple things like that is, you know, how you win a championship in Beer League, and why it's going to be hard to beat FF, because you don't make those plays, you may not be winning the game.
It looks like we are about to have a dragon fight here.
Yeah.
Good damage going down on Nautilus.
Zesty comes out.
Bungrood is on the side here.
Very far out. Oh my gosh,
he is really caught out here. He is able to avoid the Trundle Pillar, though.
Uh-oh. Seraphine gets ulted. Seraphine doesn't have Zhonya's right now. She's probably going to go down in the realm, but meanwhile...
Ooh, Jubilee doing a lot of damage to the back line there. Big Orianna ult coming out.
Oh, wow.
Just in case, so is getting run down here, though. Bungrood is huge. Big Seraphine ult coming out. Gets 3 members of FF, and this side will go over to IQ. Huge play coming out.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of started at the beginning. Seraphine gets pulled into the Mordekaiser, and that's exactly what I want to see. Push the limits against this team. You know they're very good, so when you get an advantage, just stab the knife even farther, and you got to go for the Baron, and it should be pretty practically free here. But yeah, it started with Mordekaiser ulting the Seraphine, and I guess the Seraphine just heals too much. I don't know. I mean, he's the same level as Mordekaiser, so that already helps Rihiez. And he survived and then got out of the ult, had a huge play, ult right down the middle of the fight. Sona had a nice ult, and they killed the Nautilus within like 2 seconds. So IQ taking the fight.
Yeah, very, very well done from IQ. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't just send Zesty top lane to pressure the inhib while Dragon was coming up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's only their second Dragon, and as I said, no one, and maybe IQ now that they've gotten 2 in a row, but it's going to be hard for someone to get, especially FF, to get Soul at this point. It's going to take a long time. So I'm not really sure why they would send. I mean, for a Baron, I understand it, but for a Dragon, it doesn't make too much sense to me either.
And Twitch and Seraphine just doing work in these team fights with their AoE, and then Graves cleaning up, getting in the face of the Mordekaiser, the Trundle, the Orianna. So yeah, Bungrood just doing exactly what he needs to do in these team fights.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do with this Baron. I mean, I think it's fine to push out mid, but I'm not sure about sending everyone to go push out mid because you don't have any towers to kill here.
I think they should be pressuring topside and working on getting that turret down.
I would agree, and then send an Ornn bot. But we'll see what they do here. Maybe they have a better strat than what we can think of.
And Ornn finally respecting the Mordekaiser here, playing back.
They are pinging the top turret. Here we go. IQ rotating the top lane. Maybe get the Mordekaiser. He doesn't have any vision yet.
I don't think he was seen. He is seen
by. He's seen red vision right here. He only sees Seraphine though. He's pinging for help.
He's opting just the backing up.
They don't know. He might stay here for a flank. Nope, he's not going to.
Nope. He will back up. They're just gonna give up this turret. It looks like. Yeah, Reese Race was on the bot side of the map, looking for a fight without the ADC. Seems kind of like a death wish.
Yep, that's a very good point. They got to just keep pushing this hard, especially because they see Reese bot. They should get this tower too with ease.
I understand why they're sending Respawn as well to solo farm.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's pretty so far behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice pull on Seraphine, but just so much healing, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, the shield is massive.
Yeah, so looking back at the gold leads, okay, a very large gold. I mean, what is that? Almost 5K just from top
almost
lane.
5,000 in just top lane itself. Rihi getting a lot of damage down on his SDK.
4,000 in the jungle for Graves, about 1,200 in the mid lane, and then about a 2K in the bot lane.
So this could be a really risky fight for IQ if they decide to try and tower dive this. Oh, big Orianna coming out. Serpentine hits forward.
Oh my
god.
Where did FF go?
Oh my god.
IQ just demolishes FF, and they're looking
That
for the
was
end.
absolutely huge.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm IQ, you're ending it. I'm tower diving both of these people.
Yeah, this is an end if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
All sides of IQ full health.
this is it. IQ destroys FF in game one.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
FF's only shining.
It was really close up until that first dragon.
I feel like it
that dragon
wasn't
fight.
very close. It was literally
Oh
just like
my.
Mordekaiser with a 5,000 gold lead. Like, take that 5,000 gold lead out. Oh, what, you're already sitting at 6k at the end. Maybe bring it down to like a 1k. Then you're sitting at a 10k. So.
And then Jubilee with the Twitch ult on top of it when they're all stacked like that.
Oh yeah, huge.
My God.
Wow. So.
What an explosive ending to the game. That was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so IQ came to play, it looks like. I mean, kind of off the bat, something that we've seen in our other league we're playing in is Seraphine's broken. So
Yeah.
it might be time to switch some bans around for the side of FF, and it might be time to ban the Seraphine. It's just Seraphine enables your team so much. And it's not even just Seraphine. Usually you get two enchanters when you pick Seraphine. So it's just like Seraphine plus, whatever you want to do with it. It's just disgusting.
Well, and honestly, that was just a reheat gap.
It was a lot of nice ults there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so hard. I mean, I don't know. It's very hard to play against it. So we'll see what happens here. Banding wise, let's see if anything changes here.
I'm kind of wondering if Rihi knows about the Moonstone Swain tech, if he might pull that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I hadn't seen it either until recently. So
yeah, when Ian played it, my God.
So I don't know if it's like a well-known thing or not, but we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see if they know the strat or not. But wow, okay, so IQ up on the board. I guess we can kind of like put the score somewhere on the screen.
I'm not.
Or is
I don't know anything about Streamlabs, so
I mean, I could. Yes, for the time being.
It is so hot in my apartment. I'm gonna set up a fan.
Okay, good luck.
I'll be right back.
We're gonna add a little, so IQ. How would I even do this? Oh wait, where did it even go? Oh, I see. I guess I should do FF0. I guess this is the best way to do it. There you go. It's like up there on the top right. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna get right back into the next draft. I'll switch it over.
Yeah, let's keep these games going.
Yeah, so for everyone that doesn't know, this is a best of 5 series. So this could go very long.
Yeah, this could go until like 1:30.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here, but it could be a while here, but hey, that's all right. I mean, as a caster of this series, I hope it does go 5 games because that makes it more interesting.
Exciting.
You know?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we all came here for.
Last league it was kind of disappointing.
Honestly, though. Yeah,
in case you guys didn't know, my co-caster here was in the last season finals.
Yeah, we got whooped a bit. Um, IOL, very good team. Go look back at the VODs. What a team. Um,
What a team.
but yeah, so hopefully we can get some good games here because we didn't really get any good games really all throughout the
uh,
playoffs.
you have the Discord stream paused.
Oh, let me go do this. Switch it over. Here we
There
go.
we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
So IQ bans out Anivia Darius, staying with the same bands. Let's see if FF changes up anything. They did Zillion Kog'Maw, so nope, there's a
No,
Seraphine.
there's the
Beautiful.
Seraphine.
Yeah, I mean, you
Uh,
have to do it. The Seraphine's just
yeah,
too
no,
powerful.
that's such a respect band right there. You just expect it.
Yeah.
Um,
IQ just had a better read on the meta right there. They knew the Seraphine was just absolutely busted. And I guess like FF didn't know, or they, they knew and they thought they could work around it, but there really is no working around it. And Wukong banned out for IQ, so they stay with the same exact three bans, and they stay on
and,
the blue side because FF again got the selection and they picked um, the red.
and there's switched again.
Yeah, and Kog'Maw
I would, yeah,
edges it out.
I would expect that Bet to play something a little bit more aggressive. Um, Jin is kind of a hard matchup into a Twitch,
Right.
uh, simply because of just how that attack speed differential.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I would expect FF to play something a little bit more skirmishy. Maybe like Kaiza, um,
Or Jinx.
Jinx,
Yeah.
Jinx.
There's the Jinx.
Um, somebody that can actually contend with the Twitch in terms of like dishing out like DPS.
Right.
So
No, I agree. Yeah. Twitch, I mean, Twitch into Jin, it's like Twitch is already putting out like 15 auto attacks by the time Jin gets his 4 shot off.
yeah,
That just, I
and
mean, there's no, I mean, if the Jin's ahead, clearly, but if not, it's just not even close. But Jinx is definitely a good candidate for that. So, and they, by the way, they replaced the Viego ban with the Seraphine. So Viego is open for IQ if they
Vigo
want it.
is up.
And then the Tom Kench, which is, I mean, almost guaranteed going bot lane. Um,
Uh, Viego did receive a couple nerfs this patch.
mhm. Yeah,
Um, so that's something to look out for. I still think
yeah,
he's pretty strong though.
yeah. I think he's pretty good too.
Yeah.
It would be. I mean, he's good into tanks. There's
There's
the
a
Swain.
Swain. Let's
Yes,
see it.
and
Let's see
yeah,
the Moonstone.
IQ seems to have a really good read on what the meta is all about right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Twitch is like strong in the meta right now. Swain is extremely
Well,
strong.
and luckily for them, it seems like a lot of their comfort picks are in
Are in
meta
the
right
meta.
now.
No, that's a good
So
point. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like Cody with his Rammus and Volibear, you know?
Uh,
Like,
exactly. No, it really does make a difference.
and there's the Vigo.
Yeah, yeah. There's the Viego. I think it's fine. I mean, I think that they already have a super tanky, melee support that Viego's good against, and then we're probably gonna see a tank jungler from Mercenary Wolf. We'll see what happens. He usually goes in the more bruisery side of things. He
They
does
are
pull out a
looking
Lisa in often though.
they are looking like a kind of a
Oh,
more
Victor.
like heavy engaged like team fight comp. I think Mercenary Wolf might resort back to something he used to play a lot, and that was Xin Zhao.
Mm,
I think with a lot of the other bruiser
right.
junglers kind of getting nerfed, Xin Zhao might have like stepped up the board a little bit. I think Jarvan is also pretty strong right now with those buffs that he got this patch.
Yeah, I could see
So
either. Yeah, and honestly, a pretty good pick selection here from FF. They pick a Victor after seeing a Swain, which is exactly what Swain doesn't like. He doesn't like range. So he's going to be getting pelted by not only a Jinx now, but a Victor very far away.
mhm.
So some pretty good picks here from FF into the Swain. Um, and honestly, it's pretty good to Viega too. He doesn't really like range either. Um, so pretty good draft here right now. I would say FF's winning the
And
draft.
now FF target banning the support. I would expect to
Soraka, yeah.
see. I don't think Sun is as strong as Seraphine, um, but I I think a Braum would be good here
Yeah, I could see them.
for the side of IQ.
Let's see what
Um,
they ban the Lulu. Okay, I guess that makes sense with the Twitch combo.
yeah,
But I could see a Braum coming out as well for IQ, one of Super Noob's comfort champs, really good at the champion. And then I think they kept the bands exactly the same. Volibear and Zach. Can't remember who they. We can look at this first draft over here for a second. Put you back on the screen. Yeah, so last time they picked top and then their bot lane. FF did on the right side, but now they pick mid in their bot lane, and they'll probably pick jungle again in this fourth slot. So they get a counter pick.
Give the counter pick to.
Yeah, there's an Amumu.
Ooh, yep. So they are going for this all-in team comp.
Yeah. Very front to back. Just a bunch of big boys in the front line, and then your super heavy DPS carries in the back. Oh, Talia.
So that means it's probably
Swain a support.
It just might be, honestly. Yeah. It also might be.
Unless Chapter plays at top.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. So
I mean, Talia is definitely a reheat champion. He played it 2 times in the semifinals.
Yeah. So yeah, it probably is a Swain support. Let's see what they pick Chop in the top lane here, and it's the Ornn again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if it works, then it works. You know, he got destroyed in lane, but hopefully that won't happen again.
I think FF might go for the Garen here.
Or they're just teasing him into going to Mordekaiser again. They said, you know what? The Mordekaiser got super fed, but we don't care at all, and we're gonna pick the Ornn blind again. Well, not again, but
they don't have those 2 enchanters this time.
Yeah, they might. No, Trundle. Okay, they're doing beefcakes here.
Trundle top. Okay.
Yeah. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen Zesty play Trundle top.
I don't think so either. Mumu. That could be a Mumu support. They did just recently buff a Mumu support.
Do you think it's Tompkins shop?
It might be.
Fair enough.
You never know.
Yeah, hey, that's exactly what I said last game. You never know. In the beer league, anything can go. So
could be. Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Could literally be anything. But kind of going back to what you were saying about boring series, let's just take a look at the beer league really quick. What's been happening in the playoffs? Let's see. If you don't have your beer league website tab or marked on your browser, come on.
Are you even a part of the beer league?
Yeah, seriously. See, so here we go. First round. The only game that went the full length was number 2 versus number 7. Everything else in the whole entire bracket, except for the wild card, but yeah. So I mean, really, just these 2 series. Everything else has been a sweep. So kind of a boring playoff so far.
Yeah. I'd like to see this one go 4 or 5 games.
Absolutely, I would too. You know, win or lose, no matter what team you are, you always want it to go like. I mean, I always enjoy it going the length of whatever, best of 3, best of, whatever it is. But yeah, kind of a very underwhelming playoff so far. Nothing really, we had some upsets. Like our team got beat. It was at least rankings wise upset.
Well, I guess that ours counts an upset as well.
Yeah, Fam got upset as well. So we have had some upsets, that's for sure, but definitely not any of the long series. But I think FF has made a good change here. You have to get out the Seraphine, but we'll see what happens here with the Swain. It's not as impactful on the support role as it is in other roles. But we'll see what happens. I mean, they got the Swain, which is strong pick no matter what, and they got the Viego in the jungle for Bone Garud. Talia, it looked like he was really comfortable in last week, and then Twitch just looked really comfortable, and then Ornn is jumped up to main. So some good picks.
Swain's just one of those champions, like those frontline champions that you can't just ignore.
Oh,
because he's gonna be dishing out so much damage.
Right.
So you can't just ignore Swain
I agree.
like you'd like to. So I actually really like IQ's team comp here. They have pretty good pick. They have decent team fight. They have a strong bot lane. So I really like IQ's team comp here. I think FF again though. Oh no, I know I was wrong last game.
We were both wrong, yeah.
But I think FF kind of has an easier team comp to execute.
Yeah,
they literally just drafted into a just go, just go at them, just run at them.
Absolutely.
And so I really like that. And they did pick another really strong split pusher in the Trundle, if that is Zesty on the Trundle top.
Yep.
So I really like that.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's some pretty much the exact same way as you. Um, I think FF just has an easier to execute comp, and I think a lot of games come down to that, especially like when you're already having to think about like, oh, like shot calling and all that. It's like if the easier to execute comp just makes it so much easier to win. And also it's just like mistakes wise. I mean, every team makes mistakes. But if you have an easier to execute comp, it's a little bit harder to make mistakes. And also, if you do make a mistake, it's not as big of a deal. So we'll see what happens here. But sometimes it's like, let's say for the Talia, she oversteps. It's just you're dead. And
yeah, and that's
just
kind of
one
the thing
shot.
about Talia is like you can't like face check against a Talia because she will literally one pop you.
Though
So it's
that's true, but also Talia can't face check against anyone else because Talia is so bad with people in her face.
That's true.
I mean,
I think she's a little bit better since they kind of reworked her a
That's
little
true.
bit.
That is true. Yeah, the rework has helped her quite a bit with that.
Yeah,
I agree. So it sounds like we're both going FF here with predictions.
I think FF's pissed, and they want
That's true.
redemption.
They did just get kind of beat down. Everyone except Zesty might be a little bit tilted after that first one. But yeah, we'll see what happens. What do you guys think in the chat?
It's kind of like Game 2 fam, like we're just pissed that we lost the first one, so
we're
gonna win the second one.
That's one way of motivation for sure. Is get a little bit more passionate when you're angry. What we got? Any predictions in the chat? We have quite a bit of people. No dashes for Talia, but three melee still. Yeah, that's a good point. Talia's gonna have a lot of easy targets to hit in the front line, and Talia's late game damage is absolutely absurd now. I mean, the Q doesn't even really have a cooldown anymore. It's just crazy. And then if you get into a big team fight, she can Q and then pick up her Q and then like throw a massive AOE Q. And it's pretty much just an instant, continuous chain, never ending thing of Q, big Q, Q, big Q. It's disgusting, champion. But we'll see what happens.
And she has a pretty good form of disengage with her rock slam thing. Like if Talia can predict the Amumu, like
that's a good point.
She can pretty much displace them to the point where his ult won't really matter.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
But and this is Rihi we're talking about. So Rihi is a god.
Rihi's a pretty good player, I would say. Yeah. One of the better in the league.
Rihi's good, and you can't really expect Rihi to, like, I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say, like misplay. I feel like he always knows what to do in a situation. He always like reads the situation well and knows what his role is in that situation.
I wouldn't suggest betting against Rihi or playing for Rihi's mistakes because he doesn't make too many. It should be interesting. And then as someone else in the comments said, SP Glim said the Swain.
That's Gentle Criminal.
Oh, what's up, Gentle? Yes, he makes a good point. At the beginning, it kind of looked doomed for the Swain, but after they picked up Amu and Trundle, there is a lot of melee characters that Swain can interact with here, so it should be interesting to see what. And Super Noob, I think, does know about the Moonstone strat, so you might be able to see it this game, but we'll see.
He was in those games.
I'm pretty sure he was in the game. Crimson. Okay, here we go. Here we got a lot of predictions coming out now. Crimson saying that's blanking on the name. Hands top laner. Angie. There you go. Angie's top laner. I think FF wins game 2 here. Zesty is on a much more punishing split pusher this time, and FF team can better handle fighting the 4v5 this time. Yeah, I agree. Last time, Mordekaiser was a good split pusher, but he doesn't do a ton of tower damage. He's pretty good just because his AP and all AP characters are good against tower hitting, but Trundle will destroy your tower in like 2 seconds. So you give him like a minute, and like that one play where Zesty was on the top and in that first dragon fight, if that was a Trundle, that probably would have been easily an inhib. So yeah, they have to be even more cautious this time. But we'll see what happens. And as you said, it's a little bit easier 4v4 or 4v5 depending on what happens here. for FF. So we got, what, 2 minutes left. So I think we go into the intros here. Go ahead and introduce our players that are playing for those people who do not know. I'm going to move this over. You want to do IQ or FF? Or do you want to do either?
You choose. You go first. I'll do
I'd love to choose. I'll go with FF. And I guess I'll go ahead and go first.
You're gonna have the music going?
Oh, absolutely. And you can play your own inspirational music over there if you'd like. Just whatever makes you hype, you know? So here we go. Turn it on. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, to the 11 viewers out there right now, you're watching the Beer League Finals. 18 weeks we've been playing for, and now it's come down to this. One night, 5 potential games to decide it all. 2 of the best teams we've ever seen in the Beer League. Without a doubt, the best team we've ever seen in the Beer League, with the team I'm introducing right now, FF. 4 losses throughout an 18-week series. 18-week season, sorry. That's just outrageous. That doesn't even make sense. The mental of these guys to continue fighting every single week, no matter what, is incredible. And, that's why they did just get kind of smacked around in game 1, but the fact that they only lost 4 all season gives them the fighting chance to win any series at any point. Even if they go down 0-2 here, I can see them pulling it back around. But right now, we're introducing FF5 Phenon. In the top lane, we got Zesty Queso on the Trundle, the split-pushing legend. This guy's been killing the Nexuses left and right all season long on so many champs. Nasus, Trundle, Garen, Mordecai, you name it, he's done it. And in the jungle, you got Mercenary Wolf on the Amumu. The guy has proved over and over again. He's been getting better, and he is ready in game 2 with the Amumu. And in the mid lane, the owner of the league, Vermilion, Mr. Finn on the Victor. Very solid mid laner. He'll definitely do his work during the game. And finally, the bot lane, one of the best bot lanes yet again we've ever seen in the Beer League. The sibling duo, Reese Race in the ADC role, one of the best ADCs in the whole entire league, maybe the best ADC, and in the bot lane on support. I kill for cute dogs, Mr. Cade, he's on the Tom Kinch, and Reese on this game is going to be on to the Jinx. Now over to Dakota for IQ.
I don't know if I can be that hype.
Easy, let's go.
All right, in the top lane for IQ, we got Chop Chop.
Coming into the team after their jungler Rage quit, moving Bone Groot to the jungle. He is filling the slot that needed to be filled, as he does, playing that tank duty, playing that Ornn duty every single game. No one likes doing it, but he's okay with it. All right, then we got Bone Groot, the all-star top lane, turn jungle by aforementioned circumstances. Bone Groot, you're the beast, man. He's the beast. He's the carry. You saw it last game. You saw it the series before that. The 3 Viego games, they had to ban it. It's going to be permanent banned, but he actually got it this game, so we're going to see him pop off. In the mid lane, we got the man himself, the myth, the legend, Rihi. Rihi is a god player. No matter what, you can't ban him out. He's always going to get something he's comfortable on. You cannot stop this guy from carrying his team. In the bot lane, we got Jubilee and Super Noob. To be honest, I don't know much about Jubilee, but I know that he carried the hell out of that game last game, and I'm looking to see it again. And Super Noob, the man, the support, the sub for our other league's team. This guy is a monster of a support player. I cannot wait to see what he's able to pull on this swing with the Moonstone.
Let's go! Game 2, here we go. IQ leading 1-0. Will the number 1 seed be taken down? Let's see. And we're going to flip over here into our game. If it'll load. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's see.
After that, I need to pee. I'll be right back.
That's completely fine. Does not look like they're invading, so it'll be completely fine. All right, so here we go. We got some thank you, some all chatting. You always love to see all chatting. At least me personally, I do. Tabbed out really quick. A bunch of a bunch of pings going down for IQ. Also, if the game volume isn't loud enough, go ahead and let us know. We did not test it or anything pre-game, so I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so FF getting red side again, which, as me and Elias both agreed on, we think it's probably the better side in competitive fives. But it didn't stop IQ from winning the last game. So, you know, it is definitely the better side, but it definitely does not mean you're gonna win. If you get it. Zoom out a little bit here. Alright, so both junglers starting exactly where they started last game. A little bit different path though. Actually, I'm sorry, no. Nunu started wolves, or chickens, or whatever they call them now. Not wolves. I was thinking wraiths, but no longer wraiths. That's us old school League of Legends players. It's chickens now. Yeah, and it's gonna be chickens into Krugs into red buff, it looks like, and then Viego kind of doing the similar idea of full clearing, but went red Krugs and then chickens. So yeah, wraiths used to be right here, now they're chickens. Golems used to be right here, now they're Krugs. I think wolves have always been wolves. I can't remember what the frog used to be. If anyone in chat remembers, tell me. It's Gromp now, but I can't remember what it used to be. Also, like way back in the day, buffs used to be like the big like blue buff, and then there was like two smaller blue buff like minions. They didn't like give you the blue buff; it was only the bigger one, just like as it is now. But yeah, it was a lot of things have changed in the history of League of Legends. I started playing in season 3. Actually, that's another poll we got to take. Everyone in the chat, let's hear what. When you guys started playing, what season? Oh, the Ghoul. Yeah. The Gruul. Yeah, okay, I remember. It was the little, like, floating black shadow thing, I'm pretty sure is what that was. I do remember that thing. Yeah, so everyone there's 16 viewers now, so I want to see 16 responses to what season you guys started playing League of Legends. I know, Zesty in this game, the top laner, that's actually getting ganked right now as we speak. He only started playing a couple seasons ago, so the fact that he's, acquired this much skill is incredible this quickly. It's definitely a hard game to learn nowadays. There's just so many champions, so many things. Really the champions make it the hardest, because to play League of Legends at a high skill, I would say you pretty much have to know what every champion does, at least in the game, like the game that you're in, which in a lot of metas you can pick a lot of champions, so you got to be prepared to know what a lot of champions do. Okay, so we got season 1 or 2 from Gentle. We got season 1. Oh my gosh, we got some vets in here. Season 1 from the Crimson Shin. Season 3 for Rapid Fire. Whatever year 2009 was. That's a good question. Wait, what are we in? Season 12? So I think it's season 1. It's either season 1 or season 2. Whatever 2009 was. Zesty getting a lot of damage from Chup Chup, but oh my gosh, Chup Chup returns it right back onto him, and it's actually really close.
My bad, I had to take care of something.
Oh, you're completely fine. We were answering the poll question of what season did you start playing? What season did you start playing, Dakota?
Late season 1.
Late season 1. Wow, we have a lot of season 1ers in here, also in chat. And then Cookin puts in season 2. So yeah, a lot of early age League of Legends players here. I was going over what the camps used to be in the jungle, what their names used to be and how they've changed over time. All the important stuff, Victor TP's mid. I won't have it. Oh, a nice pull by Swain. A gank coming in. Uh-oh. Tomkinch is in. Oh, that flashes it.
He's able to just walk out, though, doing what Tomkinch does best.
Yeah, nice damage on the Twitch, though. Actually makes the trade probably in favor of FF. Taliyah comes out of nowhere. I didn't even see him walk down.
Honestly, I like that play. Take the blast cone away from the enemy team if you're not going to be able to pull off the kill.
Oh yeah, no, blast cone's big. It does a lot for junglers. Speeds up, your just timing when ganking, but it also speeds up or like lessens the time that the player sees you coming. So pretty big add to the game.
And Jubilee's out of mana here. They're
Yeah, they're in a bit of a sticky situation
Yeah.
here. They're gonna probably try to freeze it. We'll see if this works though with 3
I think
casters.
they're gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, it looks like they will. Probably, yeah. It looks like they will.
It looks like they're shoving it out to get a reset off.
Yeah, I think that gank would have worked a little bit better if Twitch was focusing the Tahm Kench. I actually think the Tahm Kench might have died.
Freeman might have the flash here.
Yeah, he might just be dead, actually. No, there
I
goes the
think
flash.
he does get out.
Yeah, not enough damage. Oh, a huge damage, though, and almost kills him. But yeah, I think if the Twitch would have focused the Tahm Kench, I think they might have been able to take him down that gank spot. Both generals just farming it up. Nothing too crazy happening. Destiny last game got a first blood in the first 2 minutes, so not as exciting as.
And Zesty did go Ghost Flash.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, in Lethal Tempo, which I think is pretty standard in the top lane. Usually in the jungle, you go press the attack. Interesting. I wonder what he's meaning to do with that. Maybe he's just meaning to stick onto.
I guess just run down people.
His target, yeah. Run down the Twitch.
I mean, it makes sense. If he's like dedicated to the split push, I guess it would make sense. And he doesn't really need TP. He doesn't want to TP out of his lane, so. And if he's not grouping, he doesn't need to TP back to his lane.
And a slight gold differential for the side of FF here, purely based on CS.
Yep. Nice lead top lane, nice one bot lane. Another gank. Bonegrid being very active on the ganking. Uh-oh, Mumu. I don't know if Mumu knows this guy's here. Might be a 3v3.
I think once the bot lane of IQ hits 6, they win the 3v3.
Yeah,
pretty easily.
Yeah, I agree for sure. But they ping a massive wave. A nice play by IQ, stacking up the wave so that the dragon is just completely free. I mean, this wave was massive, and FF cannot move from that wave. It's crazy how important wave control is in League of Legends.
This game's a lot more calm than the last one was.
Oh yeah, I mean, literally nothing's happened. First dragon going over to IQ, just like last game. A little bit earlier than last game.
Chup doing a little bit better in the top lane here. He does get that early Bramble, which is a really nice thing to have against the Trundle.
Yeah, the Bramble's huge against Trundle. Cole for Jinx in the bot lane. Freeze.
I think he knows that he's pretty safe with the Tahm Kench.
Yeah.
Never really has a fear of dying, so I think going the greedy call is pretty good.
Just in case, so the ghost that we were talking about. Will be enough. It will not be a flash from Chup.
Does that the flash?
Talia coming in. I don't know if Talia has the damage to do this. Yeah.
Especially with resistances that.
Yeah, I was about to say it's really tanky.
Just got. But she will try to push this wave in.
Yeah, Crimson noting that not only did bot lane have prior. Oh wait, a fight breaking out bot lane.
Super Noob does pull his ult off.
Why don't they just attack the Tahm Kench? They're really zoned in on the.
Tahm Kench is super
flash
tanky.
With free heat from the mid gank, and Trundle go and take the first blood of the game.
Big play coming out of FF there. Unger looking to go a little aggressive on the Victor here, but opts into backing out.
And
they did get
oh my gosh.
They did get a really nice trade onto FF.
Twitch coming in. Oh, nice. And there's a why we were talking about how he can get cold. He's never he's always gonna be in lane because he ain't ever gonna die.
Really good reaction from I Kill for Cute Dogs in the bot lane there to keep that Jinx from hitting.
That's a great supportive ult. I mean, it's crazy how good that thing is.
And Swing does stop the TK back.
Our first Rift Herald for Amumu. This is nice. In my opinion, right now in the meta, I think first Rift Herald is better than first Dragon, so it should be
I would agree.
Getting that
getting that gold lead is pretty huge.
I mean, you can do big plays with it too. You have like a ranged mid laner that's just been like destroying the tower for the first 10 minutes of the game. Just already put that down to get a first tower. But no plates yet for either side of either side, I think. Yeah, no plates in the game.
And without plates, they have about a 1.2k gold lead now off that first blood.
Yeah, that is nice.
I'm wondering who Mercenary Wolf is going to try and give this Rift Herald to.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm him, I don't know. It's hard to say. It just depends on how they want to play this game out. I mean, if they're trying to do the classic FF and just give everything to Zesty and let him just 1v5 split push, I think that works and it's fine. Oh, nice chomp.
No, Swain is a little tanky.
Yeah.
He does use his ult. He will have his hook back here in a second, but his ult does wear out.
Doesn't have flash.
Nice heal.
Very back and forth bot lane. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, big play coming out of
Victor has to
IQ here.
flash.
And will it be enough? Will they ignite get him?
So many things happening. Swain goes down, but Victor also goes down, so it's a 1-for-1 across the map. Great job on Viego. He got stunned, but he got out of the tower range.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if he didn't, he would have been for sure dead. And Viego coming down for the bot lane. Jinx doesn't have flash, and I hope they know it. And they don't seem to know it because I think they would have chased after a little bit more if they did. Oh man, a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, you're going to tower dive after just seeing the jungler.
Ooh.
Mumu, this might be where the Rift Herald's going. Yep, it is.
Yeah. Given the resources over to the
Talaya
bot lane
coming out
here.
hot though with the wall passive that she has. And this actually is not a great Rift Herald. Tahm Kench just have flash.
Oh, isn't able to get the Tahm Kench in the knock up there.
Yeah, and that Rift Herald actually only goes over to Mumu. It might have gotten the gold to a Tom, but definitely not Jinx. So a good walk down for Talaya because it made them get pushed out.
I think Chup Chup knows that he's there. Ooh, big pillar coming out of Zesty Queso there.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's deep into lane without a flash either. Chup Chup might be going down for the third time this series. He gets solo killed. 2 in the first game and now 1 here in the second.
Honestly, just really good patience coming out of Zesty Queso there.
Yeah, he waited the whole game for that. Let's see how much damage he can do for this tower. He only has about 45 seconds until the tower plates go down. So not too much time to interact here, but see what happens.
And Chop Chop will be up in about 6 seconds here, so you will be able to TP back up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, some good damage onto Tahm Kench. He does have flash though. Oh, and
Oh, Ghibli is in a sticky situation here, and he will go down. Super Noob is getting his ult down now. He's doing a lot of damage with it. But he's not tanky enough. He gets the pull.
Not enough, yeah.
He isn't even able to explode. Big
huge
play coming out
play
of FF. Yeah, and that Tahm Kench pick
very
coming
well
in
done.
huge.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things happened there. Mumu got over the wall, just destroyed a massive 3-man ult. Swain just not big enough yet. And then Tahm Kench is just such a huge deterrent for Viego. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm surprised they picked Viego because, yeah, right there. I mean, Viego's kind of tunneled onto the lowest health, character, so he can get his resets off, and then Tahm Kench just eats it. So it's like, okay, well, now I'm not only out of position. I mean, because you can go out of position if you're gonna get a kill and reset as Viego, but he went out of position, but then he wasn't even allowed to get the kill. So a massive gold lead is ballooned for FF.
And those kills going over the Jinx too, which is exactly the person you want him to be on.
And his Cole is completed now, so it's a 5k gold lead for FF and a Tide and Dragons now.
I think IQ have the team fight to stay in this game, but it's gonna be really rough.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
And Zesty's just gonna take this down. Chop Chop needs to run away.
Chop Chop down too.
No, I think he is able to walk out of this one.
I don't know. Yeah, it has to flash. So both sides of the map going off right now for the side of Zesty actually might be caught out here. He's pretty deep.
Zesty doesn't have ult. Zesty doesn't have ult.
No sums. Yeah, no sums either. Oh, nice.
He almost
goes to the orange.
He almost gets it.
Still good though to get it off the map, but sucks that I went on to the orange.
That's a pretty big shutdown for the Ornn too, so he can finish up his tank item. Maybe not die solo to the
That's a good point, yeah.
Trundle anymore.
Yeah, feel like the Twitch. Nah, actually, he's way too far behind. I was gonna say he might be able to assassinate the Jinx, but I don't know. I think it might be.
No, Jinx already has Kraken Slayer.
Yeah.
And Bunker going a little ham here, but.
Oh wow. A risky play by Rihi, but it looks like it's gonna work.
Cade is.
No, he's out.
Cade is out.
Double flash from FF's bot lane gets him out.
And Vermilion is there to stop Bunker from collapsing onto the Tom Kench there. So nicely done play by FF to get out of that one.
Yeah.
And I like that Reese respected the Talia damage. Just immediately flashed out.
Yeah, smart play by him. It could have went downhill really quick. Mumu picking up the. For some reason, it never likes to see people get Rift Herald, but there you go. There's a second Rift Herald. Doesn't announce it either. Spectator just really hates Rift Herald. But yeah, so that's 2 Rift Heralds now for IQ, or I'm sorry, FF. It'll be interesting to see where they put this. Probably mid lane to get the turret eventually. But we'll see what happens. Looks like they're collapsing on Trundle again. Not sure if they're gonna have the damage this time. Oh
I think with Bunkerud has the Blade of the Rune King.
Crazy damage, yeah.
I think they do have the damage.
Oh no, he
didn't
held it
connect.
for 1 more second. That is so sad. That's actually really bad for IQ.
That is the ghost. That is the ghost going down from Trundle, but it's also Viego's flash. Big damage going on the Cade here.
Tom Kinch going in. They're not on the same page here on FF's bot lane, and Tom Kinch probably definitely gonna die here. Oh my gosh, he's just gonna 1v1.
And Twitch just goes over the wall.
It's a lot of counter synergy coming out from FF.
Yeah.
Tom Kinch eats, and Jinx throws an ult. I did probably the worst counter synergy of all. If there was a counter synergy montage, I would be on it.
Bunker looking for that Victor here. Victor does have flash out. Chop is here though. He doesn't have flash.
Yeah, some synergy coming out from IQ too.
I think they're opting to not fight this one. Bunker kind of backed off, so so a little bit of miscommunication, I think.
Yeah, Chop was going in, Bone Groot was going out. But yeah, last night I was playing an Aeon and I was Bard, ulted like 4 of them. But as soon as I was ulting them, my MF decided to ult 4 of them as well. So I ulted them and then the MF ulted nothing. So it was just another example of how counter synergy is very popular in League of Legends. Oh wow, Bone Groot going to try to finish off the turret, but
isn't able to get it.
I think otherwise. 20 seconds until this dragon's up, and Bone Groot just took 2 tower or half health from the tower, so not sure if they're just gonna give it or what. Bone Groot's dead. Yep. And Jinx gets cracked up on her kill. Looks like everyone's gonna go.
Big damage going down. Oh my god, bro! That healing is nuts.
Nice shot by Reese.
Jubilee is on the backline here.
He might be the next to fall. Keeping the distance though pretty well from the carries of IQ.
Ree doing a lot of damage to the backside.
Yeah, Dragon's still gonna go over to FF though.
Good play from FF there.
Yeah, still about a 5k gold lead. So good job on IQ for not letting FF balloon the gold lead any more than it was. But still quite a large lead here. They do take down the dragon though. This is what I'd like to see. If you're down, you can't just get objectives for free, or else you're never going to come back. So instead, they go get instead of halfway contesting, kind of doing that Mexican standoff thing while you watch the other team take an objective, they go across the map and get a mid tower. So this game they are going to send Trundle down a bit earlier than last game, and Desti's going to start his adventures in the bot lane. They see the Mumu. The Mumu takes a lot of damage.
The Swain Claw did not hit.
Yeah, or if the Talia knocked that kid, I think that guy was dead. And we'll see what IQ does here. They have 5 mid. Their waves are pushed out, so they have a couple minutes to do something.
I think a lot of IQ's key to victory here is Jubilee being positioned well.
Yeah,
he can't get hit by any of the CC, or else he just dies immediately.
Kraken's gonna be a big one. I don't know if Rift is actually even gonna hit here. Nah, they push him out. It probably will hit now. Yeah. Uh oh, Tom's actually gonna go down for
Cade.
it.
Tom Kench is getting
And
deleted.
Chup's gonna live, I believe. Yeah.
He's going on the. Oh my God,
wow.
big.
Oh, Vermilion was caught off guard.
The ultimate comes out.
This
and
could be a
Boger's
Baron.
really picking up a kill.
If you're IQ, maybe go Baron.
You can't.
Trundle. Oh man,
Yeah.
they're double split pushing here with both their both their carries of the team.
This is really risky for Jubilee here.
Yeah, Thrill is down in the Trundle, but a nice play. Yeah, I think Vermilion got really caught off guard from the Tom Kench. Well, I guess not his Tom Kench, but the enemy Tom Kench, aka the Viego, bouncing on him.
And Boger looking really, really good on this Viego.
Yeah, it is looking good. Nice. You know, the only hard thing about Viego is knowing which ability does which as soon as you pick up a champion. But
yeah,
he picked up the Tom Kench and instantly bounced on the Victor, so he knows what that champion does at least.
Oh my God, that Talia damage, even against the Tom Kench, is just nuts.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing goes late, it's gonna be crazy to see how much damage this Talia can put out. And I mean, the next kind of thing on the map is Baron, so we'll see.
Yeah.
The objective bounties are up now, so that's also something to look out for. Trundle, has gotten 2 towers so far, so pretty successful so far on the split push.
And he does have that hull breaker now, so he's gonna
that definitely
eat these towers even quicker.
Does a lot here. I'm gonna tab out really quick, and tabbing back in. Oh, we missed the Amumu knockback. Clearly something happened as soon as I tab out.
Yeah, big catch from
And,
Rihi.
yeah, they actually do get
will
the
go
shot
down.
Isn't that funny? Nothing happens for 2 minutes, and then I tap out for 3 seconds, and then Amumu gets caught. Uh-oh. Viego, this actually might be really good for IQ. Yeah, they're going to get here in time.
Oh.
Uh-oh, Jinx is caught out. Oh no, everything misses.
Rihi is just not able to land these
Yeah,
knockups.
man, that would have been another kill too. If that knockup hit lands, for sure death. And that's a massive shutdown.
That is a flash going.
Meanwhile,
flash going on for FF though.
Yeah, it is nice to get the Jinx flash. But meanwhile, Trundle doing Trundle things. He's just gonna casually auto attack right past the Orin auto attacking him, and he's gonna go down. But he gets a whole entire inhib and
Orin has to use his ultimate here.
Yeah, he's just out. There's another reason for the ghost. You can run away. It isn't like Predator. You don't have to be walking towards people, so he uses his ghost to get away.
And this is exactly the type of team comp that FF like to draft. They like to draft a strong 4v4 and then a really strong split pusher.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I think that's why Red Side's so much better for FF, especially. They want to get that counter pick top lane. They want to be able to pick something strong. I mean, last game they did it third pick anyways, so didn't really matter. But this game they get the Trundle that they wanted, and Viego might actually be caught out. He doesn't have any ult. He gets eaten. Talia might be caught out as well. Trundle might just chase him down. We'll see how Rihi's peeling is. It ain't good enough.
Oh, he had the flash behind her though.
Yeah. Double sums blown fire from Rihi too.
So Bunker just getting kind of caught out in these last couple fights here.
Yeah, he was definitely out of position there with no flash or ult. We'll see what FF decides to do here. About 7k gold lead now. So it's definitely gained a bit from the last time we talked about it. And I mean,
we haven't had like a full blown team fight yet.
Yeah, we haven't really. No. Yeah, I mean, this is the best position to be as FF. You get the bottom inhib, and now they have to go clear it, and now since the Viego clearing it, you're just gonna get a free Baron most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, here comes Viego, but by the time he gets there, it's gonna be long gone. We'll see if they can stall it out though. Oh
Rihi doing
man,
his best
Rihi
to get
taking
some
a
damage down,
ton
but
of damage.
that's just
He's
Victor
dead.
damage as well.
Yeah. Zooming out for this. And pressing A.
And Super Noob's ult is still going off here. He needs to get in there. Oh, it canceled. Now is a good time for FF to fight it.
Yeah, you gotta get out if you're IQ. Oh my gosh, Bungard going in. Chup Chup, first one to die, or I guess second one. And yeah, they get supers.
This might be game.
It may. I mean, they still got 30 seconds. Oh, they do stop Jubilee's back. It's for sure an inhib, clearly. But yeah, they might try to end it. Nope. They're gonna give it a couple more minutes. There you go.
Is up now.
Dusty with the BM gate. You love to see it. See Diego trying to fight for his jungle, but it's just there's no way. So this one looking a little over for IQ. It's just hard to imagine that they get outscaled at this point. IQ does. Or, sorry, that FF gets outscaled with the Jinx, Victor, Grundle.
Yeah, you need to get some more resources on the Twitch.
Yeah, I mean...
It looks like he does have his Borg. He is going back for it.
IQ definitely does have a good late game, but it's just, I don't know, they're so far behind right now. FF getting to play exactly how they want here.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how IQ claws their way back into this game. They'd have to get a really nice pick.
Yeah, I mean, really the only realistic way at this point is to somehow stall the game until Elder, somehow get the Elder, and then win a team fight from Elder, and then get a ton of towers. But I'm not sure.
Ooh,
oh, nice!
Big damage
Finally
going on.
Lands one.
Oh my god! But Rihi will just get ran down by the by Vermilion.
And meanwhile, Chup is just dead in the top lane.
And that's why you're on Victor duty.
And Swain next to fall, flash away in a straight line. Oh! Bungard gets the Jinx. That's actually pretty big, but meanwhile, Zesty doing what he does. And he's coming
in the game.
Yep. Zesty don't mess around. He ends the games. And that will be game 2 of the finals. For some reason, Discord always pauses, so if you're not going to hear Elias for a second every game. And take a look at actually some of the stats here really quick. Actually, I guess we can do it after we get into the game just to get the draft link going. We have to process a little bit here. Oh, not my match history. Go into Rihi's match history. So let's see if these damage charts. Most damage. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's not even close. Talia. Actually, the most damage in the whole game, Talia. Oh my gosh. Victor close behind. Yeah, I mean, pretty one-sided game here. Really no leads at all for IQ. Look at last game really quick. We didn't get a chance. 1-0-13 by Rihi. What a stat. Pretty evenly damaged across the 3 carries. Really just a low damage game, both of these games. There you go. There's a little back and forth on this one. Yeah, I mean, what? Only 26 kills in this game, and then how many in this game? 26? 26 both games. So yeah, both of these teams know when to fight and when they shouldn't be fighting, so it's not going to be as bloody as some of the other games. I mean, you know, some games get out of hand, but it just seems the higher skill you get in the game, the less dying there is because, you know, the less mistakes. better split pusher setup that one. Yeah, they definitely had a better team comp that time. They took out the Seraphine. Seraphine just makes it impossible for someone to win like a 4v4. But they definitely had a better team comp there. I mean, Tom Kench really hardcore countered the Viego, and then the Twitch just got behind from one of the early skirmishes where Jinx picked up like a triple kill. So, I mean, after that, it became very hard. The win con definitely became a little bit tougher. But for now, we're going to game 3. So let me update our little scoreboard here. And so we're about to go into game 3. And there we go. There's the updated one on the top left. I guess I can expand this a little bit more. Oopsies. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, series 1-1. IQ took the first one. Kind of a little brief synopsis. IQ took the first one. It was FF, as always, trying to do the split push comp. It worked for a bit. Mordekaiser got very large. Zesty on the Mordekaiser for FF got very large, but it just was not enough for IQ's healing comp that they had with Seraphine Sona. And then the second game, they switched it up, banned the Seraphine out, and did another split pushing comp with Trundle instead for Zesty, and it worked. They had a better four bot side team, and they got an early lead on the Jinx, and they never looked back from there, really. And here we go. So game 3. Man, this is where it gets tough, you know. So IQ came out with a plan. We're gonna pick Seraphine. We're gonna do this healing comp. It doesn't even matter what Zesty does, and they won't. Then FF was like, okay, well, you know, if that's gonna be how you're gonna play these, we're not gonna allow you to, and we're gonna ban the Seraphine. So they do, and then they lose. So now it's time for IQ to turn back and say, okay, you got us there, and let's see what they do. And this is the best part of like a best of 5 is you really see what teams are made of. You know, if they're you know, if they only have one way to win, you'll see it be exploited in a best of 5 for sure. I mean, because you know you can get that lucky one win. In, you know, let's even say like a series of 2, just like regular season beer league. But we'll see what happens here. So I'm gonna flip it over. IQ. So the first game, FF got side selection because they were number 1 seed. Then after that, everyone that loses gets the side selection. So FF got it, and then now that IQ lost, IQ has it. Now we're in the draft, and here we go. So we got a Zillion, Seraphine, Kog'Maw ban. That is the same bans as game 2. And then on the right side, they do a Nivea, Darius, and no Wukong ban, but Twitch. And they leave up to Wukong, and I assume they're going to pick it here in the first 2 picks because I'm not sure why they would let them. So I guess FF is reading the meta as Jinx's prio here after having a really good first Jinx game. Reese wants it again. And yeah, they're going to give over the Wukong, which I think is a mistake, just like based on the 2 champions right now. I think Wukong is way better than Jinx. Wukong is disgusting. I mean, like literally can 1v5 a game pretty easily if played right. Just, you know, there's just so many. I mean, all of his items are good in the meta right now. Maw, Death Dance, Surrender or Divine or whatever. Sunder is good. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a good start to the draft for IQ with the Soraka 2. Kind of a famous duo right there. Not necessarily the Soraka, but just some type of enchanter with Wukong. One of those champions that really accelerates with the enchanter. So something like Soraka, it's going to be hard to kill him. He already heals a bunch, and now you got a Soraka on top of him. You know, so we'll see what happens. And then Tom Kench just gets picked up again. So they're running back the exact same bot line for FF, and we'll see how IQ wants to respond. I'm sure they're not like too shocked that they ran back the exact same team comp after what happened last game, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
Welcome back. We got
crisis averted.
Oh, right. And the Zac is going to be picked up for the first time in the series. It's been banned both games second phase for IQ, so they want to pick in the first phase, and they do, and they had to pick in the first phase. It was going to get banned again, so they pick it up in the first phase of the draft.
I don't know. Last time I saw Luke play Zach, he only did 1,000 damage in the entire game.
Well, then I'm not sure why they're banning it. But yeah, I don't know. So we'll see what happens here. Whoa, Vayne. Okay, so I actually really like this pick. One, because they've already locked in Zach and Tom Kinch, and Zesty likes to play tankier split pushers, I would say. So you pretty much going against 3 tanks already, and Vayne is extremely good against tanks. A bit of a range diff when it comes to Jinx, according to Vayne. So it's going to be definitely a Jinx favored lane. But late game, Vayne's very, very scary, especially with the Soraka healing her. It's going to be interesting to see. I think
well, Vayne's just really strong this patch too.
Like,
after your ability patch, like Vayne's actually like just really strong.
Yeah, it's surprising that we haven't seen it more often. Coming into the durability patch, everyone was like, "Oh, Vayne's going to be played every single game," but I haven't really seen it much, to be honest. More that those healing people that have come back into meta. Vlad, Swain, Wukong's a good healer. I mean, stuff like that has been really
like those heal tanks survive by healing up.
Yep, Seraphine is just an enchanter that heals crazy. But on the right side, they're going to ban out Victor, and we'll see what happens here. And Garen. Okay, they didn't want to see the Garen. So going for one of Ben's and one of Zesty's.
I was going to say, I would like to see a Lissandra ban.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think Lissandra would fit really well into FS team comp here.
Yeah, definitely go in comp.
Has a lot of lockdown for the Bane. Has a lot of like AoE initiate.
Yeah, definitely agree. And on the left side, they ban out the Swain, and we're still waiting on the second, and the Vlad. Exactly what I just said. Those heals, those heal champs, both of those that Richie liked to play, and that are extremely annoying. So they're gonna get those up, and they knew that they had to pick an AP mid laner because they already got an AD jungler. Not had to, but most likely, no AP mage in the bot lane. So.
Cody is saying that they nerfed Vayne.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
They hot fixed her W damage.
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me for sure. I heard she was gonna be busted, so it made sense.
So still 12% max health, true damage at level 5, which is quite a bit. Can't really scoff at that.
I'm not even. It's so hard to determine how big a nerf is just based off of numbers,
Yeah.
Once you see it in game, it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But just looking at it for numbers, it's like, I have no idea. Poppy is gonna be picked up and pretty good into the Zac, and just another tank of a Chup Chup. So we'll see what he has to go into the top lane, as they are gonna pick it last on the side of FF after Ben picks up the Malzahar. What do you think about Malzahar?
I like the Malzahar going into it. I think Lissandra would have been better. But I think the lockdown that Malzahar provides against the Vayne, the Wukong.
Yep, against the Wukong especially.
Is always very solid. And they are picking up the Nasus.
You figured you'd see it at least once in the series.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think about that matchup? Poppy Nasus? Oh wait, no, it's Poppy Kale. Plot twist.
So
it's Poppy Jungle. They flexed it.
Oh yeah. No, it still could be Poppy top with Wukong jungle and then Kale in the mid lane.
Oh, that's actually true. I'm completely blind. Wow, Kale mid lane, even more interesting than Kale top.
Yeah, I think.
Huh.
I think Wu.
Well, it could be Wukong top, Poppy jungle. I don't know. There's some combinations here.
It could also be Wukong mid. I don't know if Rihi plays Wukong, but it could definitely be Wukong mid as well, which I think would be a better matchup against Nasus Kale, maybe.
I am not sure.
I think Wither is an OP ability, so I'm not sure.
That's interesting though. So yeah, kind of a plot twist here on IQ's draft.
I think
it looks like it's gonna be a Kale mid from what I know, because I think Bungrude plays Wukong, and I know Chup Chup plays Poppy. Yeah. That's why I thought it was a Poppy top, but
Chup Chup's Poppy's actually a pretty good play into Nasus.
Oh really?
Simply because Yeah, simply because her most of all of her damage comes from her Q, and it does max health damage as well as a base.
Right.
So even if she is withered, she can still dish out a lot of damage with just the Q.
Yeah, very good point.
So I think she can apply a lot of pressure on the Nasus early on, where you can't get those early stacks. So I think so it probably will be Wukong jungle and then Chup Chup on the Poppy in the top lane.
Yeah, you don't see Kale mid often, but we're gonna see it here. It looks like Kale into Malzahar seems like a pretty safe lane for Kale. I mean, any lane against Malzahar can get dangerous at level 6 because Malzahar ults and you're just dead with a gank.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Do you have any predictions on draft here? Any, who do you think we're 50% right now. We predicted both of us predicted IQ, or I'm sorry, no, FF in the first game. IQ won. Both of us predicted FF again in the second game, and FF did win.
Well, looks like Cody's saying IQ wins draft.
Oh, so here comes some predictions already in the chat. Yeah, if you have predictions, put them in the chat.
I don't really see it that way because I think they don't have an adequate answer to the Nasus.
Really? Vayne? Kale? Vayne
Wither.
especially. Sure,
Wither's
like pretty OP ability.
Wither's busted. Like I would assume that Jubilee's gonna go cleanse this game. Like most definitely go cleanse this game. He'd be trolling if he didn't. But I don't know, man.
We got some mixed opinions here.
I think
JWM in the chat also saying IQ.
I think FF win.
I am gonna go. I mean, just lane wise, bot lane's gonna win for FF. I think early, and it might be just hard enough to win the whole game, kind of like the last game. They just got it and they just absolutely tore them apart. I think they picked well topside into the Nasus. I mean, I think just any of these games are like honestly almost just like a coin flip on who can win. But I'll give IQ the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, I like their comp. I think Wukong's good, and then Soraka with Wukong is even better. And I think Kale into a safe matchup like Malzahar can be good. And then, as you said, Poppy's like pretty decent into Nasus. And then Vayne just goes really well into this team. Nasus, Zach, and Tom being tanks.
But they have no real clear way of getting onto the Jinx, which is a problem.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, they can't just play front to back, though. I mean,
yeah,
they're pretty tanky.
But that's when Vayne shines. So it's like,
it's true. It'll be interesting to see. It's gonna be close.
I think FF wins.
So again, because FF from Dakota.
If you have to dedicate your Vayne to stopping in the Nasus split push, then FF win the 4v4.
Yeah, I think if Kale plays it right, and he's a god, so I think he will play it right. I'm pretty sure he can hold the Nasus.
He's gonna have to go QSS, which really sucks.
Yeah, he might. If he keeps his distance though, Nasus won't even be able to touch him. Is my theory with Kale into Nasus late game.
Well, Nasus Wither is
it's like, longer range for sure.
And I'm assuming he's gonna go Flash Ghost.
Yeah, again. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's hard to say. But my vote is going to be IQ. And then in the chat, we got JBM on IQ. We got Cody on IQ. We got Jeffrey on FF side.
Fusro, I think.
Fusro. Okay.
Yeah.
Nasus scaling arguably better than Kale, especially with Zach. Yeah. No, I mean.
Okay.
There's a lot of good points coming up.
Gentle, are you saying IQ simply because they're your boys? Or because you think they actually...
putting out no reasoning, just putting out the IQ win. I like it. Hey, you don't even need a reason.
Oh, he said yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so and the locks are coming in here. It's going to be Rihi locking in the Kale, Wukong going into the jungle, and then Poppy, as we thought, top lane. So kind of what we thought there. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a fun game. I think this is the most even draft we've had so far.
This one could honestly go either way.
I agree.
I think again, FF's team comp is just a lot easier to execute on. There's so many variables on the side of IQ that need to go just right for you. So it's just like, I don't know. And if the game goes long enough to the point where like Vayne is just this terror. So is Nasus on the side lane. He's going to be like two-shotting turrets. So you really need to be on top of like stopping the Nasus split push,
Yeah,
which again, no one can do at that stage of the game besides Vayne. So if you have to send your Vayne to stop the Nasus split push, then you just lose the 4v4, which is why I think FF is gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, that's like every time you play IQ, it's just like, what is, or not IQ, FF, it's like, can you stop the split push is the main. I mean, they literally, I mean, let's go look back really quick. Just how many games in a row they picked the split pusher and split push the whole game. Let's go look. But I mean, it's the thing. It's like, if you know how to stop the split push and like properly deal with something like that, you know, a team like this isn't very scary because Nasus may not get off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Or may not get off the ground, but not do as much as like another like Poppy would in a team fight. You know.
And that's another thing is who do you think Bone Guru needs to focus on in order to propel them into that lead in the mid game when the Nasus is going to start being a split push menace, when the team fights are going to start breaking out? Like, do you look more bot side between the Kale and the Vayne, or do you look top side to shut down the Nasus and get Poppy a lead? So it's like,
yeah, I understand it. It's definitely. He actually hasn't been playing too many split pushers in the past couple weeks. I guess this is regular season though. What has he been playing in the playoffs?
I think Bone Guru needs to heavily focus on the bot side of the map. Like get the Vayne and Kill ahead. If they don't, I think that spells a lot of trouble for IQ.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, so Zesty has played only split pushers except for one game in playoffs so far. So yeah, you can kind of see how FF likes to play from their match history. As you can see, that's kind of their preferred thing.
They play the safe 4v4 that can disengage.
Right. I think if at like 25 minutes, if the game is just even, which is definitely a possibility because last game really nothing happened until like 15 minutes of significant value. But I think if it's pretty even, like 1-1 in dragons, you know, no one has like 3 dragons already at 25 minutes, then I think honestly IQ wins. But I think the only way, or not the only way, but I think FF wins the game if they have like a significant lead like they did last game before 25 minutes. But we'll see. It's hard to say. It could really go either way. But I mean, I really do love the Malzahar pick into the Wukong. It's just so.
Yeah, JW Young just countered that. He said he doesn't love the mouse pick.
In general, yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not like a huge mouse fan, but especially into the Wukong, it is actually pretty solid. And now, however, he could ult the clone, but if he ults the actual Wukong, I mean, especially with what their team comp's looking like, Zach maybe bounces on him. I mean, Jinx Traps comes in, Tom Kench Tongue, whatever they decide to put on him. I mean, that guy could just instantly die without doing much. And I mean, it's kind of like Echo. Like Wukong has to stay alive pretty long to get off like his kit. So we'll see what happens here. But there's a lot of counterplay. I mean, Poppy counters Zach pretty hard with all of his engages. So you know that's the only way, and that's really the only way they can engage in a team fight is Zach. Tom Kench might be able to get like some bounce thing, but then it's like he's away from the Jinx, so is it even worth it for him to engage? He can't eat the Jinx at that point, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But I could definitely see it being kind of just a peel back type comp. I mean, because Jinx is going to do a lot of damage, but can she do enough damage to take down a healing Soraka, a Kale ult, and then just a tank? I mean, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of ifs here.
Yeah, and Jojo, you think Kale will go Leandries?
I think
yeah. Jojo says, I think Kale with Leandry's Torment and Nashor's collapse Nasus' cheeks level 11 onwards.
I could see it. No, I really could. And there's a lot of good tank killing items in the game right now. Leandry's is really popular. Divine, as Cody I think said, is super strong. And both Poppy and Wukong are going to build it probably. And Kraken's always been strong. So, I mean, there's definitely tank killing abilities. And that's really most of FFs. I mean, FF really doesn't have much damage though. I mean, Jinx is pretty much it. Malzahar is very iffy on consistent damage in team fights, I feel. And then Nasus probably won't even be in the team fight, so it doesn't really even matter.
Okay. Lethal Tempo and Nashers. Okay.
And here we go. We are into game 3. Tied 1-1. Can you see that, Dakota, the game, or no?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, you're
okay, cool. I'm going to set this up, and then I'm going to go take a bathroom break, so...
Yeah, no worries.
I'll leave it up to you. Oh, you gotta turn on chat. They've been all chatting a lot. Poppy top. Reheat taking the teleport too, huh? That's, so I guess they already have the mindset of Kale's probably going to be matching.
Yeah. Nasus.
Game, yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
And Nasus did go the Ghost Flash. Looking at other summoners here, I think everything's pretty standard. The barrier and the heal in the bot lane for IQ. Vayne not opting into the cleanse, I think that was a huge mistake. But we'll see how it goes. I like the barrier on Soraka though. Then we got Fleet Footwork in the top lane for Nasus, which is pretty standard. A lot of people like going Grasp too, but I think in this particular matchup, getting that extra movement speed and the heal is definitely better. Aftershock for Zac in the jungle, Aerie for Vermilion, and then the standard Guardian Lethal Tempo in the bot lane for Reese, and IQ for Cute Dogs. I think Vayne not having cleanse is gonna be really bad. Pretty standard starts here. Zac opting into starting the top side, which is a little different than what I would expect, but maybe he's just planning on pathing bot to get the Jinx and the Tahm Kench ahead. Which is what I think Bongurud should have done as well, but it looks like they didn't opt into it. And it looks like FF will hit level 2 first in the bot lane here. Chop getting a little bit of good damage down to Nasus there. They need to play this really slow. IQ is going to be in trouble here if FF decide to hard commit level 2. It looks like they are. Jubilee is able to pounce out, and no one gets hit by the Tahm Kench. Knock up, nicely done by IQ to avoid that disaster. And Reed just taking a lot of damage from Malzahar in the mid lane here. Pretty much just how that matchup goes until Kale hits level 6. And Chop trying to do as much as he can to bully the Nasus out of lane here in the early game. And I think he's doing pretty good work of it. Getting a lot of those grass procs off really helps with the scaling. Other than that, everything going pretty standard here, I think. And Chop having an idea of how to play against the Nasus, I like to tell people, you shove him pre-6, and then after that, you zone. His cooldown or levels is so long that he can't adequately farm with it under turret. So you shove Nasus pre-6, after that, you zone. And Vermilion just laying the beatdown on the Rehe here. He does have TP, so he might get an early back, but it looks like he's not. Bongurud is in the mid lane here. He procs the Malzahar passive, gets a lot of damage down here, and Bongurud takes one tower shot but walks out. And Rehe not being able to commit that fight as much as he probably wanted. But it does alleviate some pressure and lets Rehe get a decent back. And Jugta doing his best to stop Zexicase from being able to farm his Q up here. That's a lot of damage going down. That Q early game does a lot of damage coming out Poppy. I think Jugta's playing that lane really well. And it looks like Zesty DC'd? All right. So we have a pause. Zesty DC'd. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Vayne not having cleanse is a bad decision or a good decision? I don't think the heal will do you much if you just lock down. So, which is why I think cleanse was probably the better decision. Weird that Zach DC'd, but Ben didn't. Well, having the double honestly would feel good this game too. You can QSS the Wither, you can cleanse the Mouse ult. I just don't think heal is really doing anything for you. It does give you a little bit of moon speed and that health back, but outside that, I don't think it really does much.
I'm back.
What up?
We got a little pause action here. Perfect.
Yeah, Zach DC'd.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully it's not permanent.
Weird that he DC'd, but Ben didn't.
That's a good point. They look together.
Yeah.
Barrier on Soraka. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, and Vayne
They
opted in
longer.
to heal instead of the cleanse.
Yeah, cleanse could have been nice. Actually, there's not really much to cleanse.
I mean, you can cleanse out of the Tom Kench ult. You can cleanse Wither, Malzahar ult.
You can cleanse at Tom Kench ult, huh?
Yeah, it's considered it's considered a CC.
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure you can. That'd be dumb if you couldn't.
I don't know.
Yeah, then there's Manassas Wither. There's the Jinx traps. Like they can if they layer their CC, like that heal's not gonna do anything for you. But I guess having QSS at that point, you might not need cleanse. But
yeah, I mean, in a world where you can cleanse Malzahar ult, I would definitely get it. But since you can only do it with a QSS, it's. I mean,
you can't cleanse Malzahar ult anymore.
That's just suppression.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
But not fun.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yep.
Good to know.
There's not very many suppressions in the game, but that is one of them, and that you cannot cleanse. What?
Interesting.
Oh, there we
go. This happens after pauses. It's common.
We're back on track.
So Chub doing a lot of damage to Nasus now.
Yeah, that was actually quite a bit of damage from the Q.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Q early levels does a lot of damage. Ooh, nice silence to stop the Tom Kench engage. Malzahar using his TP to get back.
Yeah, Soraka's got one of the nastiest kits in the game as a support. That slow bounce back heal is crazy. The silence is absolutely nuts if you put it down in the correct place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just all the healing is insane.
You can make or break a team fight. Like Raka's just kind of busted, and they actually just
permaban in my solo queue ranks.
Yeah, they actually just buffed through this patch too.
That makes sense.
Well, I guess it was a readjustment. Like her ult doesn't get rid of grievous wounds anymore, but it heals more.
Right.
So you'd have to do the math to see if
it was an actual buff. Yeah, I get you.
Cleanse doesn't work on TK ult.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah, cleanse. I don't know. It could have. I don't know.
I was under the impression that it did. You could cleanse all that stuff. So
honestly, maybe like an exhaust would have been nice, but just for Nasus, if you are trying to get her away from the Nasus.
Yeah.
I mean,
like you wither
can't-
me, I
Yeah,
exhaust you.
exactly. Hey, they're both pretty even. Oh my gosh,
Dude,
Riki
the
getting
sad-
really low.
Yeah. Was that Mazahar ult? Nope.
Oh. But yeah, so IQ, or I'm sorry, FF gets the first dragon. Oh my gosh, Zesty's super low too. Some really low health bars here.
But that's kind of Nasus though. Like
Yeah.
you can't be baited by that.
That's true. Pops his ult, he's back up to 100. Another tower or a plate already coming down though.
He gets a ridiculous amount of like armor and magic resist too. So Nasus is one of the kings of like baiting tower dives.
Oh yeah.
And Chup Chup, I think playing this lane pretty well. He has fallen behind on CS, but I think he's applied enough pressure to Nasus to the point where he wasn't able to get as many stacks as he should have been able to.
And here comes
big combo coming down from
nice.
Zach and Malzahar.
Yeah, that was well played. Good job on Riki. I mean, that's literally the only kill pressure Malzahar will ever have on you in lane, and he avoided it, so he should be pretty much fine for the next couple of minutes. Uh-oh, but Malzahar actually might be in trouble. Oh no, Wukong's not 6. Oh my gosh, dude, Wukong. I love Wukong. What a champion.
Dude, Wukong does so much damage.
Oh, yeah, it's disgusting.
Nuts. It's so nuts. So can you QSS TK ult?
I doubt it. I feel like that's something that doesn't seem QSSable. But hey, who knows? There's some weird interactions in the game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Jinx stepping up a little bit too far. Gets hit by the Tom Kench. But actually just getting healed a crap ton by Soraka, and this is why Soraka just doesn't make any sense. Here. Oh yeah, they're destroying FF in this trade.
They doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, so that's that's something I didn't think about actually. I don't think FF has enough damage to even kill Vayne. Like in the
not at this point. No.
Yeah, I mean, and then later on, Vayne will just freaking be tumbling, backflipping. Dude, you can't even see the guy. Much less do damage.
That's kind of the glory of Soraka. Is like you have to focus down the Soraka.
Yeah, you really do.
But then you have Vayne that's just autoing you to death, and it just feels really bad. And they weren't able to. They weren't able to shove this in quick enough. I think.
Yeah, they
kind of FF will get in here.
It went a little bit slow. I mean, they're gonna get a free back, but they're definitely not gonna make FF lose any minions here.
Yeah. And Reese will miss one, and then he gets back. That feels kind of bad.
Yeah, he's gonna be way up on farm. They're already tied.
I think Reese
will
probably.
He actually missed a ton of farm here. I think. I got like
it looks like he missed about 4.
Yeah.
4 of it. I think Reese will opt into the Gale Force here instead of the Kraken Slayer this time.
Really, you think?
I think he needs to reposition.
All right, that'll be interesting. Wukong's just gonna solo kill this. Wukong is just absolutely insane at dueling. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Is it enough? No, it's not. Nice kill heal. There's the first blood. This is why Wukong just got to be banned. I feel the champion is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think someone said in the chat earlier, like the Wukong nurse were a placebo. Like,
oh my gosh,
it doesn't matter.
It's
like
literally nothing.
In nurse's clear speed a little bit, like very, very, very minimal.
I mean, yeah, he still clears extremely well.
Yeah.
So IQ on the board first with a 1K gold lead already at 10 minutes.
Yeah, and Zach not having a lot of pressure in this game.
He's getting destroyed, but I mean, which is not like.
I'm talking about Zach, like Zach, the champion Zach.
Oh, I thought you meant Zesty. But hey, both Zach's not having a lot of pressure. Hey.
Yeah, I mean Zesty's still out farming the Poppy.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, not gonna be over the map right now, but okay, here we go. Here's some pressure. Let's see if he has enough of it.
Poppy just has to ult him away. No, he did not hold it long enough.
Not ult him away.
She is really tanky though.
She is, but not tanky enough. Nope. And there goes our first human stack or champion stack for Zesty. And as I was criticizing him, or not criticizing him, but stating a fact.
Stating a fact? Is it a fact now though?
It is not, I guess. Vayne. Oh, nice.
Nice flash coming out, Jubilee there. But she's not really able to get into the back line.
They're keeping their distance really well. Malzahar is caught out on the side, but they're not attacking him. Oh, they could have taken advantage of that. Malzahar was way out of position. Oh, a nice
Ooh,
rocket.
big
Oh,
Jinx
man,
rocket
huge.
coming
Oh,
down.
Kale's caught out now. Wukong doesn't have ult. Now has ult. Wow, so
Too
I...
late.
Oh? Oh, very nice. Man, FF is just so good. Wow, really well played. So a couple things going wrong in there. Kale gets out of position for a bit. A nice, a lot of nice plays by Reese. Nice ult.
Yeah, I think
nice zap.
I think IQ could have turned on the Malzahar there.
Oh yeah, if they turn on a Malzahar, they win that. But it came down to that because the Wukong didn't have ult yet. If Wukong gets ult there, they definitely just win that. But since he had already used it on the Malzahar earlier to get the solo kill, it didn't go that way. So a nice dragon stacking starting out here for side of FF. And actually 2 plates going down for FF as well. For the gold swings. Uh-oh. Nace is looking for another one.
And yeah, and
Poppy has flash,
ultimate,
but I mean, what can you even really flash?
Poppy's ultimate is not up yet, just yet.
He's actually doing quite a bit of damage, Poppy is.
God, that Nasus.
Oh, here comes the Wukong. Is it soon enough? Wukong doesn't have flash. He's probably not going to make it. No.
Bungru being at the right place at the right time to keep Chup Chup alive there.
Here comes a rocket, though. Is it going to hit? No way. Oh, I thought it did. It did
actually
hit.
Did. No, it did.
It just didn't kill?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Bone Grood getting a little too greedy, and he's going down. And actually, maybe not. Nice ult.
Nice.
Whoa! Bone Grood?
Oh, Bone Grood.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Bone.
no.
A question mark being coming out from FF because that was a very questionable play. Oh, man. Bone Grood gets really greedy.
I think Bunguru thought he was dead, but there must have been some miscommunication there because
either that
saying I can ult him out,
Yeah, either that or just like the pressure. I mean, the mental warfare that Anasis has on you for sure can take an effect on, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's a late game scaling champion. I need to shut him down now. So that might have gotten a little bit to him, and then he got a little bit too aggressive. Let's see if IQ can get out of this. It does seem like they can. Not a great setup by FF. It made the Malzahar walk all the way down. It didn't really give the best setup there.
I mean, I can't forget Q-Dogs tried to get the setup going.
Yeah, it was a little...
But Time Kench W is a little telegraphed.
Oh my gosh.
Ree does have ult.
He's
gets the heal off
probably
as well.
Still dead.
He doesn't have flash, though. He's definitely dead.
Wow, that flash, and then wow, that's just something.
Malzahar got his ult off before Kale could flash out.
Yeah, and then it still hits. I don't know. Oh my gosh, that Q damage though.
He has that
Divine.
He has that Divine Sunder. Is he maxing Q?
I don't know. Let's see.
Click on him real quick. He is. 2 points in the E and the rest in the Q, and then max W apparently is the way to go. Like what you were telling me.
Yeah, no, maxing.
Jubilee take on the world right now.
Okay.
He is here, but...
Oh, they don't engage. Oh, that's weird. Wonder why they TP'd him if they didn't want to engage. Yeah, it's the clone Q, like double Q. It's just so strong. It's disgusting. And then, I mean, the E is nice, but it just like really serves as like a gap close, I feel, in his kit. So there's not really much point of upgrading it. I mean, clearly it does more damage. You upgrade
it gives you a lot of attack speed too.
That's true. That's true. The passive, yeah.
Bungrood is on the side here because
he's just dead.
He does.
Yeah, and oh man, a lot of misplays by IQ here.
That Tom Kent shield is nuts.
Oh no, he's gonna go down too.
And he got stunned.
And this is kind of what I was saying pre-game. If IQ gets a massive lead for E25, the game's pretty much doomed, and that is exactly what IQ has just done. They have opened up the game.
Yeah, and that just falls down in simplicity. You know what I mean? Like, what they're trying to do is so simple and straightforward that it's so easy to, like, execute. Whereas IQ literally need to play this early game perfectly in order to scale into the mid to late game, and they just weren't able to do it.
Yeah,
So
true.
now FF has such a giant lead, like 6,000 gold at 16 minutes. Like, that is huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of micro misplays from IQ in this game. Chup playing way too aggressive after the Nasus gets back and, you know. And then Ree just getting, I mean, the second death was definitely unfortunate. But I don't know,
And
a lot of
Super disconnected. How do you feel about the Sunfire or the Frostfire gauntlet this game?
I mean, I could see both ways. I mean, I think Divine's really good just because they have so many tanks, but at the same time, I don't know. I probably would have won Divine personally, but
oh, I'm saying like I don't know. I think Sunfire was kind of troll here. I think you need that slow. I think you need that CC.
Oh, you're saying Gauntlet?
Frostfire gauntlet. Yeah.
Oh, I see it. On Poppy, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the argument for all three, honestly. I mean, Divine, at least for Poppy Jungle, is the most common. Not really sure how Poppy Top works. But yeah, I could see. I mean, I can see the argument for all three. It just depends on what you prefer, I guess.
I think that having that little bit of extra CC with that slow would have been pretty huge.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if he has Divine Sunder and he's like not as, I mean, like if he, you know, if the lane went even and at this point he's Divine Sunder, he probably 1v1s the 1v1s the Nasus like around this point of the game, I think.
Well,
Divine
I think
shreds.
Yeah, Sunfire does give tenacity. I don't know.
Here we go. We're back in it. So three pauses, 3 games.
Yeah, everyone.
Nace is doing so much damage.
Someone always DCing in these games.
Mm-hmm. Do not have LCS Chrono Break. This is what would happen if they didn't have that. Don't have the perfect servers. And
yeah, but why don't you just take tenacity in your runes?
I'm sure it could be in your runes.
Like Poppy doesn't. Yeah, but you get diminished returns. Like you can't stack tenacity like that much. So it's like, is it really worth doing that? But anyway, Bungar going in a mid lane here, looking on the Malzahar. Nicely done by Ben. Oh, it does flash out and the Strokle comes out.
Yeah, Bunker could have saved his flash there if he just would have went out. I mean, the guy was dead for sure. After the Mauser ulted, he could have just walked out. Pichiku putting in his first time chat. Welcome.
Good old Peter.
Yeah, Peter is season 3 champions, as we were mentioning earlier in the stream. He was the top laner from the
season.
Oh, sorry, season 2. Season 2 champions. Yeah, some old history here. For the top laner for AAR. So got a little former champion action going in the Twitch chat right now. So 8-2, down 3 dragons and 6. Well, about 5k. Oh wait, Andy's a rostered sub for FF. I didn't know that. He could be a double 2-time champion.
Does it work like that?
I don't know.
Going into the game here, FF finding a good pick on the Poppy here, but Bunker is on the back line. He gets stopped by the Jinx traps.
Oh my gosh.
Zach doing a lot of disrupting here. And forever. Wow, Reese Race just pelting out the damage.
Oh yeah, he's putting out a lot of damage. Oh no, this could be like a quadra kill. Does he have ult? No, he doesn't. Oh my gosh, everyone like 1 HP on the side of IQ. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So close.
That's a 4-0 Jinx.
Yeah.
164 farm. Yeah, very, very fed. And he went for that Phantom Dash second, which I think was definitely the right way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting overwhelming attack speed and just pelting out damage.
Right. A lot of mystery pings coming on to Malzahar on the blue side. I'm not sure who's pinging him. If you're IQ though, you know, unlike last game, you scale like way better than I think FF does. So I think if this goes really, really late, I think they win. Now the question is, with a 6k gold lead, can you get to that really, really late stage?
Yeah.
Definitely going to be hard, but we'll see what happens here. Because, I mean, Wukong, way more useful than Zac late. Kale, way more useful than Malzahar late, depending on, I mean, damage-wise at least. Clearly, Malzahar can, like, it's kind of like a blitz. If he catches out someone, he could change the game, but Jinx, Vayne, different paths, but same damage, I feel. Similar. And then Soraka is just absolute nuts late.
It just feels really bad if you're Vayne right now because you don't have your Mythic at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The Kale is super far behind as well.
But hey, you know, you haven't died if you're Vayne. At least
that's true.
At least you got that.
Andrew's doing his job right.
You know, that's a good point. Cody does point out that subs get Super Bowl rings too. Everyone on an NFL team does get a Super Bowl ring. And even if you get traded, you get a Super Bowl ring, fun fact. If you played a game on the team, you get a Super Bowl ring.
But then if you go unflinching, you lose out on overgrowth.
A lot of things coming down on the blue side. Wukong getting some damage off. And he might actually be caught. Oh, nice! Cancels the Zac mid-air. But does have to waste his ult to do that. But I don't think they would be fighting for this dragon anyways.
Can you just hit tab real quick?
Oh yeah, scoreboard bugged.
Yeah, just refresh the store.
Oh wait, Vayne has a kill. And here comes a fight. We're gonna press A, zoom out. Let's see what happens here. Bone Groot almost going down, but guess what? They have a Soraka, so you're actually never gonna kill a champion on their team. Cool champion. Oh wow, so IQ's actually pushing up really far here. This is interesting. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but
yeah, I'm not entirely sure. They have no vision.
No, Vayne just walks right in.
Yeah, you have no vision. You can't play ballsy like that.
Yeah, this is very uncoordinated from IQ.
I fully expect I fully expect the TK to be banned next.
Well,
or at least the Jinx to be banned. I mean,
here it's Kale's going for a steal. What's happening here? Oh my gosh, Kale jumps in, but he's on a pink ward. He's in deep trouble. He's trying to finish the dragon, gets eaten, he's just going down.
Rehe limit testing.
Yeah, a lot of things went wrong there. If they're gonna go bot lane like this, then why is Vayne walking in here? Not sure.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense. But okay, they're gonna catch out the Nasus maybe. Oh yeah, that guy is so dead. Oh, and he messes his flash. Oh, those are a poppy.
Nicely done.
Oh, you wanted that on Vayne so badly. I think it was like some like passive proc too that went off on Nasus. I don't even think it was Poppy. Poppy stopped auto attacking. But yeah, also another weird thing is like they had to use Wukong ult, so Wukong didn't die, but they still try to fight for it. I don't know. Should have just given it and tried to get an objective somewhere else, I think. But hey, you know what? Maybe now they've given it, so Elder is in 5 minutes, and that can change a game.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fight over Elder if you're 10k gold down, but
that is true.
If you're
but
10k gold down, you gotta make ballsy plays.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
see what IQ can do. Do they have the grit and the mental to stay in it here? Try to claw their way back. So they send 4 on Baron. They're going to send Nasus bot lane. Looks like they're going to get prepared for this potential Baron. They are going to start it up. IQ has no vision of this. Be Red's vision. Yeah, they have no. But they see the marks. Because I don't know if that's like a glitch or what, but isn't
I think
it seems weird.
I think that's spectator glitch.
No, I think you can see it like in game too.
Can you
Almost
really?
certain. Yeah. Like at least as a jungler, I'm always like, oh yeah, they're going it. But it's like weird. Like sometimes it's like that. Oh, nice
Ooh,
cancel.
Nice silence. Yeah. But Rihi is not
Oh
here.
my gosh, you're taking so much damage. Jubilee's almost like already half health. They do stop the Baron, which is all you're looking for the side of Oh no, they don't want to fight. Oh no.
Oh, they're looking for the fight.
I don't think they want it though.
Jubilee's doing a lot of damage. Nice
He
cancel
is doing
on
a lot of
the
damage. Oh, they actually did a shutdown, but Jinx is
Big.
gonna pop off here in a second. So definitely
And-
isn't over yet. Oh my gosh, Poppy
Yeah,
is surviving
Jubilee-
what
Jubilee
feels
just
like
can't.
forever.
Jubilee just can't get to the back line.
Yeah, they're all just dead.
Yeah.
Oh, Zanya's coming out. It's gonna be Baron. Yeah, if you're IQ, you probably never want to fight that. I think they got them off the Baron, which was awesome, and I think that's just where it stopped. But a little bit of light coming in. They did kill the Tom, and it didn't look like too unwinnable, the team fight. Kale, let's see how this engagement goes here. Kale
Not doing
gets
any damage.
withered.
He decides to ult
Literally
early.
is doing no damage at all.
Even with that Riftmaker true damage, he's
Yeah,
not
that's
doing
crazy.
anything. Hullbreaker, man. It's a wonderful item.
Yeah, super fun. Okay, well, it's 25 minutes. I feel like if this gets to 35 minutes, IQ wins. Just gonna put that out there. Now, will they get there with a 13k deficit? Probably not. 12k deficit? Probably not.
Yeah, it feels really bad for IQ here. You gotta try and force Zesty off a split push champion.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying this when you left, it's like they came into the series with a great strat, like with the Seraphine, to where like they win like all trades. I don't know.
Yeah, they kind of
just be dead. Yeah, he's just dead.
They kind of like just showed their ace in the hole really early, you know. Oh, it didn't hit. Red buff though. Red buff picks it up.
But yeah, then after that, it doesn't seem like they've had really an answer.
Oh no, it was just dance damage.
Here's an answer right here. Is
oh my god.
I guess like a late, like they're gonna try to match the late game. Like their first answer after the Seraphine got banned was an early game. Like, okay, if you're gonna go a split push, we're gonna go straight early game with the Twitch and all that. Didn't work. Now here's their late game approach, and it didn't work either. So now it kind of puts them in a hole. Now it's IQ's got to pull out something that we haven't seen yet.
I wonder, like if I'm IQ next game, I literally just ban Zesty's split push champions.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have done that. Oh, they actually knocked out the Nasus out of the fight. A nice Poppy ult as well, but it's just not going to be enough. They're just too far behind. I mean, Vayne's like pelting people from the side. No one's even attacking her, and she just doesn't do anything. That is going to be it. Kill the Andrew for good measure.
I think this next game you ban like the Nasus, you ban like the Mordekaiser that seem to handle just fine.
We're gonna cut out again every single time the game ends. We cut out. Love Discord.
Fine. Ban the Nasus, ban the Garen. So if you're not gonna come on a more of a carry bruiser style champion, then ban the Trundle. If they go Mordekaiser, you've already proven that you can handle it. So it's like, I don't know, man. You gotta do something about like I guess like Zesty wasn't even the problem that game either. It was just Jinx being so far ahead in the early game.
I mean, hopefully they come up with a plan here because I mean clearly they have their backs against the wall now, so they don't have too much time to they don't have any more losses to take, so we'll see what they do here. I mean, as I said, they've tried the early game strat. That was the late game strat. Matching their late game didn't work. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. I mean, that's why FF has won so many games. I don't think anyone has necessarily figured it out exactly how you stop something like that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Lobby's full. But we'll be getting into this next game fairly soon. Let me update the little scoreboard here on the stream. So FF taking 2 in a row now to put them up 2-1. 1 game away from winning their championship. Has anyone in this game won a championship? I don't think anyone has.
I don't think so. Reese has come close a few times.
Yeah, he came close on SPO.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think anyone else has gotten championships. Yeah, whoever wins is going to be a first-time champion on both sides. But we'll see. We'll see how. I mean, we'll see what IQ decide. I mean, do you think you go red or?
Definitely not out of it. I
Oh,
think
no,
you go
absolutely
red.
not. You think
you go red on IQ.
So what do you think you leave up the Jinx? The Jinx has looked pretty strong the past 2 games, and it seems like FF really likes to prioritize it. They first picked it last time. You think that's a problem?
The thing about this is you kind of have to pick your poison. You know, like you got to decide what you're okay with going against and what you're not. I don't think you ban Anivia. Like I think Anivia can be annoying, but I think she's manageable.
Sure.
I don't think you ban Anivia. I think you focus more on getting Reese on something that you think you can manage him on, and then Zesty on something that you think you can manage him on.
What do you think like a good first 3 bans would be?
I think you can ban. I think you can ban the net. I don't think Nasus would be a terrible ban. I think you could ban Nasus, Jinx, and Garen. That's what I think they should ban. Nasus, Jinx,
Garen. What do you think about the Twitch? You leave up the Twitch?
Reese can. I think Twitch is fine. I think Twitch is manageable.
Do you think you ban Garen though, because he hasn't even picked it yet?
Well, probably because things have looked better.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they picked Mordekaiser because they probably knew that Chup was like no. Did they pick Mordekaiser last?
They picked it blind the first game. And
they picked it blind because they probably knew that Chup was gonna just play a tank. That Mordekaiser's just like Lily on the top lane. You literally just like crush tanks as Mordekaiser. So it's like I don't know. I think Nasus, Garen, and Jinx should be banned. I think, like you said it earlier on in the series, that like Zesty and Reese are probably the 2 best players in their slots. So it's like you kind of have to work around that.
Right.
And Zesty has not lost a game on Garen, I don't think.
I am not sure. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
know. It's really tough. It
really is. I mean, FF's got a lot going for them. A lot of skilled players, a lot of ways to win, it seems. I mean, they can easily win through bot lane, but then at the same time, they say, okay, well, you're going to ban out all of our top laners. Then, as I said, they just went through bot lane. Okay, well, you're going to ban out all of our bot laners. We're going to shove it down on you with a Nasus, and we're going to win. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough, but hey, this is what's going to take to win the championship for IQ. They have to figure out how to beat FF, which they did once this season, but we'll see if they can do it again here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the Kale didn't look great mid lane, personally. The Talia also didn't look good. So maybe, I think a lot of it has to do with Rihi. It's not only that, like, FF is shining in their positions, because they're going to shine pretty much no matter what. I mean, as a lot of teams in Beer League do, you have a couple of players that just, regardless of the bans, are going to get on a champion that's killer. So there really there's 2 ways to deal with it with me. I mean, well, right now in the series, I think what's happening is IQ's carries are carrying, FF's carries are carrying, and IQ's aren't. Like, Rihi did great the first game, and that's why they won. second and third game, nowhere to be found. 0-3 on Kale, and then the Talia missed a lot of abilities that needed to be landed for a lot of picks they had, and just they didn't land them. So I mean, I think get something on Rihi that he can carry on. I mean, I think that's like play around Rihi is one way I think I see it, or two, you not like pre-select because I mean you don't want to get like hard tunnel vision on something, but you have a very strong idea of what you want to play, and then you ban their champions that counter it. That's
Yeah.
another way to go about it. Instead of just banning like random comfort champions, which it can work, but you know we'll see what happens. But IQ is starting up the draft, so here we go. And their first band is going to be. I'll switch it over for you.
It's still Anivia.
Is still Anivia, yeah.
Which I think I was just about to say. I think throwing Rihi on some sort of like Kane Hyperscaler, like the KO is one of those, but I think she just isn't as strong as some. Like if you get like Rihi on like Kassadin,
oh yeah,
like
no,
he
you
can
can't stop that.
like soul-handedly carry a game. And
Yeah,
I think
Kale's definitely
Anivia,
a difficult one.
yeah, I think Anivia is definitely a good ban if you're going into like something like a Kassadin. If you want to play something like a Kassadin. I also think Akshan.
Right.
He's had a lot of success on Akshan. I don't know how good he is this patch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like Vladimir is another one that I mean, he got banned last game, but like it's been up in the first phase every time. I think it's a solid champion. Hard to stop too.
Yeah, not a lot of like counter picking Vlad.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, Peter said it best. Another reason why the Nivea is a good ban is because it allows Bree to pressure mid, both pushing in a wave and also solo killing. When my team played against it, you know, we played mid centric with really bad Zed as well, and that's one of the reasons why we would sometimes ban out champions that been played, is because we wanted Bradley to be able to solo kill him, or like for me to gank and then for me to kill him, or help kill him. And then also on top of that, you know, you want your best player to be moving around the map, and kind of hard to move around the map when you're shoved in the whole game by Nivea. So I do understand that one, but so IQ picking up. As I said, there's a meta is formed in a series of 5, and it seems like both teams have now agreed that Jinx is #1 priority in meta.
I understand the Anivia ban. I think there are other champions that just do the same thing but better.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like Cassiopeia, Victor,
Sure.
they can all easily have waves shoved in, but also like contribute a lot harder to a team fight. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I completely agree with the Jinx pickup here. Hopefully Jubilee can carry hard with it. FF going into the Braum and the Varus, which is a combo that I've been seeing them play quite a bit recently.
Yeah, seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty auto tech heavy ADC, depending on, I mean, I assume he's going to go to the crit build. Or not the lethality build is what I'm trying to say.
Like I'm not trolling when I say that AP Varus is actually
AP Varus
like, pretty pog, and like you like you're 2-1 right now, right?
Sure.
So throw a curveball. I don't know. Do something. Like if you wanted to do something like kind of like semi troll, but could also like really work, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at this point though, I mean, if they're taking it like super seriously, they're in the driver's seat. Why even mess around? But we'll see what. I mean, I see your point though for sure.
Yeah.
And there is no prize in the league, so there's pride, but there is no prize.
The prize is bragging rights, man.
It's true. It's true. Graves and Lulu picked up on the left side. Graves going back to the game 1 victory. Maybe they're trying to bring back some nostalgia from all the way back then. And then Lulu picked up pretty good with the Jinx. Pretty good against something like Darius too, stopping his.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Lulu actually looking.
Yeah,
really
nice
good here
so far. Darius picked up. It's been banned the whole entire series until now. So I guess we'll see why IQ is banning it, huh? They banned the Orin against Chup Chup, so they're kind of going with my keys to victory, not banning out Rihi, even though he hasn't picked yet, just because he is a champion Ocean, so why even go against him? but they're gonna ban out Orin. Maybe it's good against Darius. I don't know. And then a Malzahar ban comes up from IQ. Vladimir, because
There it is.
yeah, it makes sense because it seems like a very good pick. Is also going to be banned out, and the Zac is going to be banned out. So they thought the Zac might have been a problem too. Banning a couple things from last game.
Yeah. Just having that beefy front line was very helpful for the Jinx. Which is, I think, what IQ are lacking right now. So I would expect them to pick a beefy front line.
Right.
The Ornn is banned, so that won't be on Chup Chup. Nor would he want it going into a Darius anyway.
Volibear, okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. Volibear level 3 is one of the strongest champions in the game.
He's disgusting early, and his games are crazy.
He's absolutely nuts.
Yeah, should be. I feel like that's a pretty good pick, and yeah, I mean, it can make a big impact. That's for sure.
Okay, Rihi going for the artillery mage.
I still don't like it personally, but we'll see how.
Yeah, me either. I think you need something to hard carry on,
especially when they have a Darius and Volibear. Like you're just gonna get ran down. But we'll see. I mean, Rihi's Xerath is very good. it's definitely something more. He's more comfortable
a scripter, man.
I feel. Seriously though. It's more. Yeah. Something is more comfortable in, I feel, than the Talaya and the Kale, especially the Kale. Oh, Lilia top lane. Whoa.
Interesting.
Or plot twist.
They have a lot of tank busting on their team right now.
Even bigger plot twist.
Yeah, they have a lot of tank busting.
They're bringing back the IQ original comp. They're putting Chup in the general with Talaya or Lilia. I'm sorry, and then they're bringing Bone Brood back up top to face Darius as Graves.
Lilia top has been pretty popular recently. So.
It has.
And there's the Lissandra pick.
You can see it going either way. Lissandra, yep, there it is from last game. You were calling for it, and you're going to see it this game. So, okay, so a bit of a different look from both teams, I would say.
I think it looks good this game too, honestly.
Yeah, and they have
a lot of all in.
They got they got Zesty off of Split Pusher. And arguably, Varus is not a hyper carry. You think Darius is a split pusher? Considered a split pusher?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I would consider him more of like a duelist or like a dueler.
Well, I mean, that's like. Well, I was gonna say duelers are split pushers.
True, but I feel like his ult's like meant to be in team fights. With the reset.
It's also just say, hey, I'm gonna hit you 5 times and ult, and you die.
Yeah, no, so, I mean, you definitely have a point. It's kind of like Garen, in that sense.
And Darius more often than not goes Triforce.
Good point.
So
what do you think? Predictions here. Everyone in chat, feel free to put out your predictions. You got it. What you're 66%, right? So far, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think the Lilia pick was a good pick for lane, not towards the team fight, because she kind of does the opposite of what they're trying to do. I think FF wins.
Really? You think they take the series in game 4?
Yeah.
Why do you think they win? What reason?
They have a lot of CC. They have a lot of lockdown for the Jinx. They don't have a front line, so Varus could either go into the lethality build, seeing as I know Lilia does do like the pseudo tank build with like Frozen Heart and Randuin's after you get like Leandries or Riftmaker.
Right.
I know she does that, but I don't think that's enough. Everybody on the side of FF has hard CC. For whoever they jump on, even if the Lilia tries to get like a fancy flash Q ult, she will die immediately,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think FF have the momentum. I think they're feeling good and confident. So I think FF wins this. I think IQ's draft is good outside of the Lilia. I would like to see like something a little more either like peelish or more engage heavy, and not like a mix of both.
Sure.
Because now you're very lacking on both.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So I think FF wins.
Okay, so we got Elias calling it at the fourth game. I mean, I gotta be devil's advocate here, and go with IQ. Also, I predicted FF twice now, and now I have to predict the IQ twice.
Part of me is hoping that IQ wins because I want to see a game
love
5.
to see a game 5, yeah.
Because I think that'd be really hype.
Sure.
But I also don't want to, because it'll be like 1:30 in the morning, almost 2.
That's true. Yeah.
And I gotta work at 10.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty rough.
yeah, I don't know. I'm hype either way, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good series. I think IQ. I mean, we've seen Jinx been a very, very nice pick, and I think Lulu's gonna be enough for Jinx to just peel back this team. I mean, this game, I think she should take cleanse for sure, 100%. Lissandra stun, Valier stun, Braum passive stun. I mean, it's just good. So if she doesn't take cleanse, she's actually trolling and she wants to lose the series. Actually, I'm gonna predict based off of what if Jinx takes cleanse, they win the game. If she doesn't, they lose. But also Rihi on Xerath is a better look than the past 2 games. I think it may not be like the greatest pick here, but it's just comfort is very important in the beer league, as we all know. We're not pros, and I think it's way more comfortable than the Talia or the Kale was. So it should be interesting. And also, I think the Chup Chup Lilia might just be like a from left field type of thing. Like, I don't think they were probably expecting a Lilia pick. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it's some like crazy wild card pick that he's practiced a ton and is just ready to pull it out finally. Not kind of like the last straw, like, oh, wow, okay. Because he's known for playing tanks, so we have not seen him play something like this.
But don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Lily Top ever since like she starts showing prominence up there. But I don't think it was the correct pick here.
Sure.
Maybe they are just going for comfort and like caring less about like actual like team comp. Which again is also a way to win, like comfort picks above all else, honestly.
For sure.
So yeah, I don't know. I do think FF wins this though.
Yeah, fair enough. I can definitely. It's kind of like a lot of the games. I can see it going either way. I think FF does have quite a solid comp, so I would not be surprised. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to IQ for the reasons I said. But we'll see. We got some choices here in the chat. We think Peter says I think FF will win, but I like IQ's draft a little bit. Cody doesn't like the Xerath. Sergeant of Mithril, my boy Dan, putting out an FF win as well. So a lot of FF wins coming in here. A lot of people predicting that this will be the end of the series. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, huh?
And I again, I can't stress enough. Like, I understand comfort picks, but I also understand like simplicity.
Sure.
Like easy to execute team comps.
Oh, absolutely. It's a key.
It is very key. When your team composition and your key to victory essentially is so conditional, the slightest thing going wrong can really set you back so far.
Yeah, definitely agree. Absolutely.
I'm gonna use the bathroom quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I think he has a great point, and I think that's what's been going on the last couple of games for IQ. It's just, I mean, like last game, actually the past 2 games, actually, Jinx has just gotten like small fight victories and like skirmish, like he'll get a double kill or a triple kill, Reese will, and then that's pretty much it because their win con is either, I mean, the first game it didn't work because it was win early, and then the second game it didn't work because it was win late and the game was already over. So I can definitely see it either way. And let's see, it looks like we're getting in here. My dad beat me in the chat. What's up? That's looking to sub for LCS, an ex IQ player. So I'm sure you're rooting for IQ to win. who knows? It might have went different if looking to sub was here. So many things. Wait, we're already on a pause. Alright, so we're paused already. Let's switch around some people while we wait. Oh man, I'm doing a terrible job. I feel like I'm... Wait, hello? There we go. And... boom. Alright, we're good. Alright. Oh, you're at work. Dang, committed fan right here. Watching the games at work. Team player right there. See if it loads here. Alright, here we go. And here we go. Alright, so here it is. Game 4. The series is on the line. If you're now just joining, quick summary. Game 1 went over to IQ pretty handily. Zesty got a big lead in the top lane, but it wasn't enough to deal with Seraphine. Then the next 2 games, Reese kind of took over with the Jinx plays, and also some friendly split pushing by Zesty as well in those games. And that leads us to here, Game 4, where FF is up 2-1 in the series, and if they take this, it is a best of 5, so the series will be over. So hopefully, for the sake of a good series, IQ can take it to Game 5. So, kind of invade here. They were looking for something. Looks like they got warded out, though, and spotted. Both junglers haven't started the same side, I think, all game. I didn't watch the beginning of last game, so I'm not sure. But most... Okay, yeah, he's going to start race. Yeah, so they're... I think almost every single game they've started on opposite sides, which I think is fine for both these junglers. I think this is great for Volibear, not showing where you're starting. So, you know, they'll really have to be warding for your level 3 gank, and they're going to try to cheese here, level 1. They know it's coming, and they definitely don't win it because Braum is disgustingly OP at level 1. Also a great invade champion for that reason. The passive is disgusting. Auto attack anyone, it goes off, or you Q as you just did. I think it's Q, right? Yeah, Q. But kind of the curveball this game is the Lilia top. Chup, known in a short stint in the beer league, known for his tank top. So Lilia is literally the opposite, a tank killer. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Some nice auto attacks coming down. A heal already blown. Lulu and a flash. Wow, a nice play by FF. IQ not respecting their level 2, but so yeah, an early lead for FF. That's kind of why the Braum Varus makes so much sense. His auto attack speed is pretty quick, especially with Hail Blades. So it's going to be pretty easy to get that combo off. Oh, wow, an early engage. They're going for the early Volibear. It doesn't quite work. It looked like it was a little bit too early for Lissandra to go in. Volibear was not close enough. Not sure if they would have the damage anyways. And as I said before, IQ wins unless Jinx doesn't take cleanse, and Jinx didn't take cleanse, so I'm not saying the game's over or anything, but I think cleanse would have been really nice. You can cleanse a Volibear stun, you can cleanse any of Lissandra's stuff, cleanse a Braum. You can actually cleanse a Varus ult too. There's actually so many things to cleanse. Rihi took the smart decision and went cleanse. But hey, if they would have had cleanse there, oh, don't check it. Some cheese, oh no. They thought they backed and no flash on Lulu. Lulu just got a run. Lulu's for sure dead. Oh no, Lulu tries to walk in to save him, but actually just goes down himself. And actually a kill mid lane while that was happening on Lissandra, so it's a 2-for-1. Oh wow, and a kill top lane. I'm sorry, I'm missing all these. Wow, it's capital. Direct to cam isn't. I guess I'm manually doing direct canceling it for just the wrong amount of time. So Darius picks up a solo kill too. So now it's already 3-1. Not a great start for IQ. Graves takes a bit of time watching Volibear take his blue buff, so he's actually probably going to be somewhat behind here for the next couple of minutes. Yes, definitely not the start they were looking for, IQ. Uh-oh, Lulu accidentally takes it. Trying to help the ADC farm under tower. $1K gold lead already. A quick start. And nothing happening now. It's definitely calmed down. Pretty much a tied in the mid lane for CS, but pretty even across the map right now, CS wise. I'm not sure how this lane's supposed to go, this top lane, but I feel like it's probably not good for the Lilith to die pre-6. I don't think she should win pre-6 necessarily, but definitely not good that she died. She probably wins post-6 though, I believe. I'm not sure. But IQ putting some pressure on the map, either knowing that they've pushed in bot a little bit, or knowing that Volibear's backed and they're trying to do this dragon, but actually everyone's collapsing pretty quickly, and this might turn ugly quick. Graves in the pit, he's gonna go down. No, he's not. He's gonna get out. Lulu dies though, and they're just gonna have a nice little leash for FF. They're good.
Yeah, just bad stuff I had to deal with today.
Oh, you're good. FF has a large lead already.
Yeah, I see that, and it looks like Varus is doing the lethality build.
Yeah, he's got some kills too. Good as a name. A massive wave crashing here. Let's see if what IFF does. They zone him off of it or not.
I think they will.
They will, and that's really hurts.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh my gosh, and Bone Grew getting solo killed. Oh man. It's going from bad to worse.
By the way, your stream's not up anymore on Discord.
Oh my bad, here, I'll tab out.
There we go.
Alright.
Perfect.
Oh, it's gonna tab back in. And there we go. Yeah, so it's going from bad to worse. Already a 3K gold lead almost for FF. IQ's got to stop the bleeding somehow here.
Yeah, 3K gold lead at 7 minutes doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Good trade back by the Lilia there. What can IQ do here, though? It looks like
play passive, I think, and just
it looks like FF is putting a lot of resources towards the bot side. Ooh, and this might just be another solo kill for his SD. Yeah, it will be. And he rushed those Merc Treads too, which is actually a really good rush.
Yeah. So you can't. I mean, at this point, you can't get solo killed anymore if you're IQ.
Yeah, and that was Chub getting a little greedy for that wave.
Yeah, he's had solo killed 5 times now, I think, within the series. Maybe even more, actually.
I think more than that, because he was solo killed 3 times in the first game.
Yeah, he's having some struggles with the solo kill factor.
Hey, you just gotta respect it.
No, I absolutely agree.
But they do kind of have a saving grace in the Jinx Lulu lane here, though.
Yeah, they're pretty far behind.
Bone Garud getting
absolutely abused this game.
Ooh,
oh, they actually
big play coming out.
Maybe.
Mercy Wolf still has ult. Mercy Wolf still has ult.
He's gonna go down as long as he lands it. Nice. Okay, that's a good response from IQ.
Yeah.
It was getting a little bit out of hand. If they got away with that as a jungler, you're just like, all right, this game's over, bro. Like they can literally just walk in my jungle, flash on me, kill me, and get away. It's like okay. But luckily they did not get away with that, and IQ can punish them.
And Braum just doing whatever he feels like in this lane. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah. They misplayed level 2, and that kind of went downhill from there. Or I guess not misplayed. They didn't respect FF's level 2.
Ooh. Good traps come out of Jinx to deter that.
Yeah, it was. Messed up his path.
At this point, yeah, they're respecting it, but a little too late.
Yep. They're just getting zoned off of so much CS. And they're going to tower out here lead. With Volibear's coming down with his ult.
FF has such a
2 levels
experience lead.
Yeah, yeah. They gotta run, or else they're just dead. You just have to get the whole entire wave. Man, FF's playing really well here. They're exactly where they need to be. Oh no, Lulu's dead.
And this will probably be Lulu going down. Dodge. Oh, she's able to dodge it.
Might be still dead.
Oh, minions? Nope.
He
survives.
Graves, however, will be dead, and Rihi is close behind. He is trapped. Does that flash? No, he does not
have flash.
I think it just came up.
Yeah, oh, okay.
And now it's up, I think.
And Jubilee did not go cleanse.
Yep, I pointed that out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's 4K gold lead now. Oh, man. I mean, you hate to see a team get eliminated like this. Oh, no.
Jubilee looking to get tower dope here. Nice.
Oh,
Bunker is here though.
Oh no,
Volibear is here as well though.
And there's a solo kill, and FF gets out on the other side of the map.
Yeah, FF's playing out of their minds this game.
Yeah.
Everyone's just tired and they're like, let's end this quick.
Okay, it should be a double kill.
No fancy
depending on who will get the kills is important. Okay, Jinx gets one.
Grace gets the other.
Yeah. Oh no, they missed all the CC. Man, that would have been a nice pickup. But they do get the dragon actually. This is pretty nice play for IQ, and especially if FF overforces to try to overcorrect their mistake here and like for some reason contest this dragon. It would be huge for
and they kind of got some of that gold lead back too, so back down to about 3K from 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, big play coming out of IQ's trying to stay in this game.
Yeah, that was very large to slow down the dragon stacking. Good timing.
And Darius opted into the stride breaker.
Staying far too long, and it will be punished for it.
Yeah. Does she die here though? She gets all that move speed from her abilities. I don't think she dies here.
Wow, she's actually out. What a champion.
Yeah. She gets quite a bit of movement speed.
Yeah, just a bit, huh? And actually, now since he didn't die, Xerath gets 2 plates mid.
Yeah. Drops below that 3K gold lead now.
Yeah,
nicely done.
They're actually coming back quite well right now.
This will be first. Oh, no. Darius gets pushed off. He should be able to shove that wave in, though, and get that first turret.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of time here.
Well, yeah, it'll be first turret and last plate. That's a lot of gold for the Darius.
And he will get it, and Driftfield will be put down mid lane.
And it will hit plates before they despawn here.
Yeah, but IQ does a good job of just getting the plates onto the Volibear, so it actually doesn't do much. So about a 3,000 gold lead in the top lane alone.
And Jubilee just getting zoned so hard here.
I mean, this is actually unplayable.
He's down. He's down 40 CS.
Yeah, 1K gold lead in the mid lane, pretty much for Xerath. About 1.6K gold lead.
And Xerath is here.
I just don't think they have the. Yeah. Oh.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Rihi.
Oh my gosh, they're
Starting
actually
this.
playing.
And,
Oh,
Jubilee picking up 2 kills. Big play coming out of IQ.
Huge play. They're gonna get a ton of plates for it too, and they're gonna save the plates mid lane. Oh, actually,
And
the
Vermilion
plates
is out of
win.
mana. Bonker looking
They're
for
actually
the
gonna
kill in
get
the
the
mid
whole
lane
tower,
here.
I think.
And
Oh, it doesn't
Vermilion
have
having
enough
to flash
damage.
out.
Yeah, I don't think it would have killed them anyways. They might get the whole tower here though.
Yeah, and they might get mid lane tower here as well.
Actually, well, I don't know. They're for sure getting mid tower. Maybe not bot lane. We'll see how,
I think
we'll see how ballsy they are.
They get bot lane.
Yeah, we'll see if they're ballsy enough to do it or not. I mean, I think they should be completely fine with Jinx speed up, but yeah. All right, so huge swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than a 2K gold lead now. IQ playing very well to get back in this game. They were down what 5K or something earlier.
Yeah. And picking up those 2 kills on Jubilee is
oh yeah, huge. 3. I mean, he has a shutdown now. He has a whole entire item. He's like practically, what is he now? Yeah, he's only 800 gold, and he was literally just 1.6K gold down. So
yeah,
huge. So let's see what IQ does here, and plus, you know, now that dragon really sticks out in your head. That
ooh, and Braum getting caught out here, but Vermilion is on the side.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
And they're not opting into it. I think that could have been a good fight if Vermilion took that claw.
Yeah, it would have been a 3v3 pretty much, but they are ahead, so I'm sure they could have won it.
And Volibear was right there too.
See what Lilia and Darius are up to. Doesn't look fun for the Lilia, that's for sure.
That's one fast deer though.
That is a fast deer.
Does Q go through?
It
does. She steals the Gromp.
Very nice. And all the chat comes out from Justin.
He's like, "You dead now." Coming at
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, looks like they're moving up. So this is what I like to see. Oh no. Wait, how do they know he's there? Okay, they're pinging.
He just cleared a ward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
About to say what? We'll see what they do for this dragon here. IQ needs to do something, that's for sure. Now what? Let's see. They either need to contest it, or if they're not going to contest it, they need to go get the top turret. Or maybe a kill top lane
Oh my
on the Darius.
god. Look at that Xerath damage. Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Rihi's really good at Xerath. Makes it look very good. He's kind of caught out here, though. Oh no, they don't take advantage of it. I thought he stepped up a little bit too far, personally. Oh, they're gonna catch up to Jungle right before.
Just on the Volibear,
though.
Nice. That's a big ultimate to waste on one person. And Lulu just gets destroyed. Jubilee just gets destroyed.
Oh my gosh! They
big return kill though. Yeah, and Bunker is still alive, but Darius is here with Ghost.
Oh my gosh!
Nice stun coming out of Rihi.
Oh wow!
Oh, the flash pull.
Doesn't matter. Both of them are dead.
That will be a
dead
dead Bunker.
Probably killed the Xerath too, honestly.
Rihi still is alive though, so he has the poke.
Yeah, I just don't think he doesn't want to get too close, or it's just gonna instantly die. Uh-oh. He's just dead. Yeah.
That will be Vermilion going down, but Rihi probably
goes
down
no, the
too.
Lulu's back.
The flash ultimate coming out of Lulu. 500
gold shutdown? Nah, it's not gonna do enough damage. Even if it hits all of them.
Yeah, he has Force of Nature.
Yeah. Oh, Jinx might have enough damage. Oh my gosh, she's 4 levels down.
She's so scared. Yeah.
All right.
So Rihi putting in a lot of work this game.
Yeah, for sure. Doing way more than the past 2 games, that's for sure. That's why I kind of predicted IQ to win. Just because I knew Rihi was going to have a lot bigger impact this game. But we'll see if it's big enough. Lilia probably going to get that top turret, actually. A nice TP from her. Actually,
there's some Volibear hovering here.
Takes towers so slow. She's just actually no, it's the deer.
She has that moon. She has that moon speed. Volibear might
enough though. Kim tank.
Oh, the Q wears out.
Oh,
Nice,
nicely
ultimate coming
done.
out.
And she's out. Okay, that's pretty good. They're pinging on the Rift Herald. FF is. IQ's here to contest though. Lissandra isn't, but she does have TP. She's actually just walking up now. If you're just tuning in now, it is a 2-1. FF's winning, so if they do win this game, the series is over and we will crown them our champions of Season 4.
Reese is on flank here, but he's caught out on a ward. And Reese went going into that Prowler Claw build that I've been seeing a lot. Just a lot of armor penetration.
So IQ kind of moving around as a group, but not really much to move to.
Group might get caught out here. He's getting out though.
Yeah, he's got a dash and a. Actually, Volibear might get caught out here. He's very deep.
Oh no, just a little too soon from Super Noob here.
Yeah.
Bone Group looking to go in though. He's dishing out a lot of damage.
They're really chaining their ults together.
Chop getting solo kill in the top lane here again.
Yeah. I mean, if Darius gets on him, he's just dead. Yeah, so what they keep doing is they keep doing an Xerath ult into a Jinx ult into a Graves ult, and it's like just instantly chunk someone. And they know that they had to back from that, so they're gonna try to push up and get this tower. I like it. Will they have enough time? I'm not sure.
Moon might just zone him off with the claw here.
They're picking two different ways. This is not looking good for IQ. Oh yeah, they're all dead.
Big play coming out for Vermilion there. Big AoE.
This is Baron.
And that will be a Baron. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, IQ had to pick a path. Like half of them went this way, half of them went this way. They had to pick it back, and they had to pick it together. And then by the time they picked it, it was just like too much hesitation, and everyone was dead.
And Chop just having a really rough time. He's just not respecting it.
Yeah, he just not had the greatest series, that's for sure. So now we're back up to an 8k gold lead about. And the bounties are back up, so IQ is going to have to mount a massive comeback in order to win this. AK's comebackable though, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Couple things go.
It's around that 10k mark that you're like, okay.
Yeah, it starts to get a little out of hand. So we'll see after this Baron power play what happens. But oh my gosh, it's a lot of damage. Uh-oh, Darius is behind them. They're just all dead.
And that's the one person you don't want to lose.
Oh man.
And Bone Group going down as well. That's a yikes.
And
the fight's still continuing
yeah,
here. Jubilee is out of mana though.
Not really much happening here. I guess they're just zoning him off from the dragon that's up in 6 seconds. But the jungler's dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Uh-oh.
And Vermilion on the flank. Chop going down here. Big play coming out.
Yeah, this is turning into a bit of a stomp here. Now they're approaching that 10k gold lead.
I'm trying to think of ways that IQ can make it back. I'm kind of drawing a blank.
Yeah, you know, when you asked me 3 minutes ago, I would say the game's winnable, but at this point, it is not looking too winnable. It just doesn't. I mean, they just are so far ahead. They're gonna need a miracle. This is, one of the things where you need a FF to throw. It's not really in your hands at this point of IQ.
And Chop coming in. It looks like he will get caught out here. Oh, he just dodges the Brommel.
Or maybe like a miracle steal.
Bigo was played last game.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, the game before this one by Bone Grid.
That is correct.
Bone Grid getting caught out here by the Volley Bear. Vermilion on the other side of the wall. Bone Grid has no way out here, and he just will go down.
Oh man.
Yeah, this kind of play has to stop. You have to stop getting caught out.
Yeah, it's just they gotta make some crazy move together, but it's just not, not looking like they have it.
Chopped up getting chunked once again. Ree has the damage to poke, but
yeah, they just gotta find. They gotta start with small. IQ does to get back in the game like this right here. This Darius, they need to catch out something like this, like a play like this. But the thing is, they just don't have enough vision to know that Darius was alone there. They just gotta pull the trigger on something, or else they'll just continue to get caught.
Jinx needs to reset and get her mana back. If she doesn't have her rockets in these fights, she just dies. And they're looking for a fight here. Reheat getting a lot of damage down on the boost rate.
Actually pretty far out in the
TP coming out.
Yeah.
Darius will be here and it's that was Vermilion.
Ah, just not enough.
Oh yeah, Darius doesn't have TP.
Yeah, Darius is pushing.
Oh, it does go down. Holy crap, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's getting late, huh? I mean, yeah, there's not much to really say right now. Anyways, it's, they get the 11k gold lead, 3 dragons. Dragons coming up in a minute. Bone Grid could go for the steal, clearly. But even that isn't really a saving grade. Maybe even just give it to them and then hope for an Elder. It might be the smarter move. I don't know.
Will they last that long?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You're looking
they have to last a shorter amount of time if they give it over now than if they steal it.
You're looking at like
10 minutes.
Like a 41-minute Elder. Wait, no.
No, if they give it over now, it would
it'd be 34 minutes, 35
now,
minutes.
If they didn't, then it would be like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
30, 39. Peter, it is 2-1. FF's winning, the right side. Red team is winning, and they're winning this one, so they might close out here. And a catch comes out. Graves is down again for like what feels like the 10th time in a row. Cade all by himself.
Cade.
What is Cade doing?
Zesty is on the flank here.
Oh no.
Big play coming out of Zesty. He's trying to get as much damage down as he can before he dies.
Super noob and
Julie looking for it. Oh, this will probably be the game.
Yeah, it's game. And there it is. Your season 4 champions of the beer league.
5 Phenai.
Yep, 5 Phenai FF only dropped, including tonight, they only dropped
5
games all season, and that was over a span of Let's see, do the numbers. 36, 37, okay, 40. That was over a span of 44 games, I think.
Jesus.
44 games, they only dropped 5. Wow. Wow.
This feels familiar. 5% right.
Yeah.
For the night.
And that is it. So FF ends the season, I think I calculated that right. 44 games played, 39 of them won. Only losing 5 games the whole season. Yeah, but I mean, a great season though for IQ, and really a great season for every team.
I feel like the season went really well.
Yeah, I think it did too. It was a bit long, but competition-wise, I think it was probably the most even I've ever seen it in the 3 years I've been in it, or 3 seasons I've been in it. It kind of a bummer how not close playoffs were, but I don't think that's a showing of how the season went. I think during the season, any team could beat any team really, maybe for the exception of FF.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a really fun season, and yeah, congratulations to FF for winning season 4. So now we have season 1. Still don't know the name of the winner of season 1. So if someone wants to tell me, that would be awesome. The team name or whatever. Season 2 AAR. That was like Cody was tiny, the Badooks,
Kirbyus,
Peter,
and
Stoverade, yeah. Season 2 IOL. It was like JWM, Etrum, Latradus,
Impex,
and Really Bad Zed.
Yeah.
And then season 4 tonight. Your winners, Reese Race, and all of them. BBW was season 1. Daily says so. There you go. And yeah, we'll be back for season 5.
It would be
what do you think, Commissioner Elias?
It will. I think he said that we'd start mid-August. Would be the cutoff, so that we can get all the weeks in before final Worlds.
Right. So yeah, you got like about a month and a half until Beer League returns. And yeah, if you haven't joined the league already, you should. It's a fun experience. We're competitive, but not like there's no prize, so it's just more of like fun community type of league. But yeah, it's really fun. Any other last remarks for season 4?
No, I thought it was a really close season. I feel like everything was pretty much evened out, except for maybe there was one team at the very bottom, one team at the very top, and everyone else in the middle though was pretty evenly matched out.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a lot of draws. Like if you look at the team statistics, a lot of draws, which is something that you like to see.
Yeah, for sure.
It means there's a lot of like competitiveness and a lot of equality throughout the skill of the teams. So I feel like the season was a big success. I'm looking forward to. I will not be playing in the next season, but
I might not either. So hopefully there'll be a new bunch.
Yep, but I hope that I know we're gonna have some new faces and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. But anyways, that'll be it for us. Peace out. Have a good rest of the night. It's late, so I'm sure everyone's gonna go to bed. But that's it. So FF wins 3-1, and that is the season 4 winners. Peace.